It's not a game that I am playing. My love, try to hold my feeling. I don't know what's right. I'll find the best way. I think that I might. I know you made it in the nick of time. I'm calling on you. I think you're made of something.
All right, everybody, welcome. 4-1-3 hosting the OCS finals. These are the grand finals for Division 2 Hawkshaw. I'm very excited to be casting these. It's a great opportunity. Thanks, everybody, for stopping by. We got an exciting match. These two teams have gone through such trials and tribulations to get here. I don't want to see either one of them lose, but unfortunately, one of them's got to go today.
Yep, it's going to be one hell of a game today. It is 4-1-3 Hellfire versus WVU Mountaineers. These two teams saw each other earlier in the playoffs in the quarterfinals. Hellfire taking that game 3-0. So we're going to see here if WVU will be able to prove themselves and take this championship, or if Hellfire will be the ones to reign supreme again.
Yeah, as you said, these teams have met each other before. WVU, as some of you may know, is actually coming out of the losers bracket in this tournament. They were sent there early, and now they're coming back for a chance at revenge. I got to say, throughout the losers bracket, they proved some stuff to me that I didn't necessarily think they'd be able to do. For example, beating Hailstorm to get out of losers bracket and make it here was a very good match, a very surprising match for me. And WVU, I think, really, after getting to losers bracket, has stepped their game up even more from where it was. And I think we have a very exciting match on our hands today.
Absolutely. Looks like WVU has been improving a lot lately. We'll see if they'll be able to take on their final challenge here in the grand finals, which is 4-3 Hellfire.
And talking about both teams' lineups today, we start off with the main tanks. I'm a little biased there, but they're at the top of the list, so forgive me. Brave Monk and Mac, it looks like, early on. Going in on main tank, Mac is someone who usually we saw as, you know, in the past, knowing him, he was more of a hog one trick. Recently has developed his game, and maybe he's been doing this all along, and he was just keeping it a secret from the rest of the world because his Reinhardt plays spectacular. He's been going up against regular Rhine mains throughout this tournament and genuinely surprising me with some amazing Rhine play. So the Brave Monk certainly has his work cut out for him today. But that being said, he's been a stable show all season long, really putting up great work for his team. I'm excited to see these two Rhines go at it, if that's the comp we're going to see. Obviously, two very competent teams no matter what comp they're going on to. Following up onto the off-tank role, Winsy and KO9, two stars who show up in the kill feed on that off-tank role, which is something you don't always expect. KO9, particularly going to the Diva a lot, which maybe you don't always see with Brave Monk's Reinhardt, but those two complement each other really well. Hawkshaw, I'll let you maybe take over a couple of this. Let's go down to the DPS Hawkshaw and talk about them a little bit.
Oh, absolutely. We have, on the side of 4-3 Hellfire, we have Luzi and Amin-Rar, two absolutely dominant DPS throughout this entire tournament. They've been proving themselves time and time again. And on the side of WVU, we have Llama and Vertile, who might have their work cut out for them. Did I say that right? I don't know.
Yeah, no, for sure.
Yeah.
It's going to be a tough matchup for these DPS. Again, we were in the finals, so obviously these teams wouldn't have gotten here if it wasn't for having great players. So the thing that I think both of these teams do exceptionally well is star-studded lineup all around. Even in the case of 4-3 Hellfire, who has a lot of subs, there really isn't anyone I ever see on either of these teams where I think, that person's a little bit behind the rest of the team. It really has been a team effort. These teams play great and honestly above their SR level. If you were looking at maybe what you thought the SR of these teams would be, the way they play together and coordinate really just steps them up to a level that is made for some insanely entertaining matches. And here in the grand finals, it's all going to come to a great crescendo. I'm very excited.
Absolutely. And the last role we have here, the support lineups here, Pete and Isak on the side of 4-3 Hellfire, and 7-11 and Gino Fran on WVU. Both of which have put on an absolute masterclass throughout the playoffs here, and it's going to be exciting to see them go head-to-head once again. We're underway here on the poll. Let's get started.
Thank you, Hawkshaw, for absolutely carrying that lineup rundown. Now, going into both teams here, what do you see from the comps early on before we get into this first team fight?
4-3 Hellfire is running the same thing they did last time against WVU, and last time WVU couldn't adapt to it. Hellfire absolutely steamrolled them 3-0 that game. We'll see if the WVU Mountaineers are able to learn from it, and we'll see if they did their homework here. And it looks like Hellfire is dropping from this high ground. WVU already has this point presence, but they invest the immortality field. Isak already has a window!
Whoa! There's a first fight window from Isak! These teams, that was a very long and drawn out fight. We have a shatter from the Brave Monk, but he's going to go down before he gets to use it. So,
oh my lord!
What we saw there is, if you're looking at the ults right now, is that both teams, specifically Mountaineers a bit more, have already built up 3 to 4 ultimates in the first team fight, which really just goes to show the confidence of these two teams meeting there on the high ground, and then Hellfire, or the Mountaineers start rolling to the point, and at the end losing the fight to Hellfire, who now defend the high ground as the Mountaineers try to roll into this top left choke point, really narrow door to get through, but you want to try to take that high ground. Big shatter from the Brave Monk, and the first shatter of the day is a 6-man. That's exactly what I had to see. Another one comes back from Mac, and it's just as big. Aminrar with an early pick from a KO9. That's the turret doing work, and 35% right now in Hellfire's favor, despite that back and forth shatter, but a lot of ultimates in the favor of Mountaineers going into this next fight, Hawkshaw.
Those two shatters were absolutely big. This is exactly what I want to see in these main tank duels here. And the pick onto KO9 with that Torb turret, sealing the deal for this fight for Hellfire, but Llama returns it back, getting that Deadeye kill onto Aminrar. WVU is taking this point, and the Grab Dragon combo is coming out from WVU Mountaineers here. Both immortality fields are out. Mac goes down to KO9, and this is all for WVU here. They take back this point.
Oh, and just when they needed to do it, WVU comes in big with the team fight. They had to invest a lot of ultimates there, but there's some more online for this next fight for them.
Definitely. They have this BAP matrix, and they have the shatter back once again. Brave Monk being around 30% above Mac in this Earth Shatter duel right now. Winsy does have this bomb though. He's using it right now. The shatter!
Another 6-man!
It doesn't matter!
It's a 5-man, I should correct, but it doesn't matter. Like you said, the bomb from Winsy over top is too big. These are insane ultimates. This game is going to be a good one, guys. Make sure you stay here. 65% and counting for Hellfire. Mountaineers are going to have another touch.
Absolutely. And yeah, exactly what you were saying. This is what we want to see here. This is the grand finals, man. And now 77% here for 4-3 Hellfire. They have this Earth Shatter. They have the BAP Matrix. They have the Reaper ult.
And Brave Monk
WVU only has the Hanzo ult. They only have the Hanzo ult. This is going to be hard. They're up almost to 90%, and that's not going to be good for WVU Mountaineers.
An act of vengeance for the turret! There's an act of vengeance for the tournament. Aminrar takes down the enemy healer. Lucio is now down. That's Gino Friend respawning to try to come back as quick as he can. Ultimates are coming out. Die, says Lucy. He wants a pick but can't find one. Pete gets revenge, getting a pick after the enemy Lucio goes down. Now Winsy and Aminrar are cleaning up here in the kill feed right now. It's Hellfire taking this point. KO9 desperately on the baby keeper, but obviously that's not enough as the rest of the Mountaineers go down here and get cleaned up. What an exciting match. We had a 6-man shatter followed by a 6-man shatter followed by a 5-man shatter followed by a 3-man bomb. I just can't get over the ultimates we saw on just the first round of the first map. And now the exciting thing to me is that after all that explosiveness, both teams are going to be adjusting, right? Because when you have such an explosive first round, there's a lot for both teams to really soak in, and that can really just go off in so many different directions that I think the level of play is just going to hit another level of high IQ this round after the stunning display we saw the first round.
Definitely. You could tell these two teams are in it to win this game here, and that's showing how competitive they're trying to be throughout this game. And now we're on Nepal Sanctum. WVU switching up this composition entirely. They have the Ball Monkey with the Genji. You don't see that very often. With the Ashe, with the Mercy Pocket, and the Ana for that Nano Blade combo. 4-3 Hellfire sticking to this rush comp once again, and worked well for them last time, and it's going to work again for this first fight as Hellfire is getting early picks here. Gino Frank gets the res onto Llama, but he goes down right after. Lucy gets that kill into Llama, and they need to contest this point. Winsy and Wincy and Lucy are coming back in.
Do you think he just jumped off the map? I think he might have just jumped off the map. Maybe he got booped at the start of it. A little hard to tell, but with that, Hellfire take the point. Although I guess his team was down. Maybe it was tactical. So right now, Mountaineers, this is something I've seen them do a lot. They like to run this dive comp on this map. So let's see how it works out for them. It's going to be a little bit hard with this Reaper Lucy just spamming into those big tank hitboxes. But no matter who you play, you're going to have that problem as a big slam from KO9 gets into the enemy backline. Right now, Hellfire holds the point, and it's the WVU Mountaineers trying to burst through and get in, but a pick from Lucy on the main healer is going to make that hard. KO9 tries to respond. Lucy goes down, but a main healer is going to be hard to recover from. Now the res makes that not so big of a deal. Now Mac finds a pick, but right now Mountaineers have the initiative. A big shatter comes on. It gets one. That's Brave Monk. Enemy main tank is on the floor. Now Mountaineers are trying to push through this door as hard as they can, but Hellfire holding strong and stalling this out for a long time, Hawkshaw.
Yeah, and the BAP window just stalls it out for even longer, forces Mountaineers to just stay in that little room as Amenrar gets the turret kill onto KO9. And they're up to 50% already here, and WVU has barely even left spawn since the first fight began. They do have this Nanoblade combo though, but Pete does have this beat, and they'll also have the Immortality Field from Isak, so this could go either way. The Nanoblade could just shred through everything, or Hellfire will be able to use them well enough to just completely negate it. The blade comes out, but where's the Nano? 7-11 goes down to the bomb before the Nano can go off. Versatile goes down as well during the blade. Ultimate's coming out from 4-1-3 Hellfire now. That's 4 already out on the table. KO9 gets the kill onto Max, but I don't know if it's going to be enough as Isak kills off the counterpart support, and Lucy gets the headshot kill onto Llama. And 4-3 Hellfire is up to 90% here. WVU has these ultimates here, but they'll need to be quick. They do have the Brave Monk coming in here to stall, as well as KO9, who drops the minefield. They come in to stall. They still have this Bob online. Gino Friend uses that Valkyrie. The Immortality Field comes out from Isak, but he falls to Vertile before he can get any value out of it. Lucy taking 7-11 with him to the grave. Wincy killing off Vertile. Rez goes on to 7-11, and both supports are back up for WVU Mountaineers. Bob doing work for WVU here, and they take this point right when they need it.
Just like last time, I mean, it wasn't 99, though. The stakes weren't quite as high. And on this dive comp, having to use up a lot of ultimates, Hellfire probably feels good going into this next fight. But that being said, a great display there from WVU, getting the point right when they needed it. Now Max could come in here with a shatter. He wants to make it big, but against a comp like this, that isn't easy. There are only about 3 targets maybe you can realistically hit, and one of them has a big stun. That's Vertile waiting. Now KO9 comes in with big slam on the enemy team as both of the tanks hit the dive. There goes the shatter. Vertile goes down. Lucy finds the Winston, though, in the backline as picks are coming through for Llama. Takes out the Immortality Field as well. The Mountaineers are holding this point, but they have to give up a lot of space here right now. WVU, KO9 slamming onto the point. The coordination comes in hard as Hellfire is going to find their Diva down. Lindsay's out of his mech, trying to fight for this point, and they're about to cap it at 99, and when at the last second, WVU keeps their touch, and kill Lucy is going off the map to KO9. Now it's a last second attempt for Hellfire to maybe stall this thing out, but obviously the percentage is going to WVU, so they're going to have to die as fast as they can and have another fight here. A lot of ultimates now for WVU.
Definitely, we have both tank ults, both support ults, and almost the Bob as well as the Steadeye. This is going to be a very interesting fight here, seeing as Hellfire also has these ZPLs coming up here. Hellfire does have some time though here. WVU at 73%, whereas Hellfire just needs to win this one fight. They're going under in the small cubby near the point, staying safe down here.
Oh, KO9 comes in, slamming him with his ultimate as a lot are going to follow up. The Molten Core comes through from Amenrar to try to negate that dive. They don't want him to be able to take that space, but a big bomb's going to come in from Winzy. KO9, however, finds the baby with the mines. Another pick comes through, and despite the cap from Hellfire, 2 are down right now for them. Brave Monk goes in hard. That's a big monkey. Ultimate's going to get Mac after a lot of picks from KO9. Brave Monk finding another in the cleanup phase. Right now, I'm not sure if Hellfire is going to have another touch. Only 8% left. Can they get here in time? Mountaineers might have completely flipped this point in an 0.99 run, but now Hellfire are back. Winzy's on the point, but he's alone, and his mech's going to get busted right away. Pete trying to get in here with the beat, but the wall is going to make sure it doesn't hit his team, so he's the only one going to get an advantage from that as picks start coming through for the Mountaineers. Now Vertile finds another one, and Lucy has an ultimate. Wait a minute! He finds a pick, but it's not enough. Brave Monk cleaning up on the point. 99% comeback for Mountaineers, we got a match on our hands so far.
Definitely. Very clutch from WVU Mountaineers, down 99-0, and they take it back all the way. They build and cycle these ultimates very well, which is what we've seen from them so many times throughout this tournament. And it showed right there, the dive comp working out so well for them here, beating out this rush comp that Hellfire has been oh so dominant on. And now it's down to the wire here. This is going to be the deciding round on the ball here between these two teams.
Good point, Hawkshaw. I mean, after a 99 comeback, WVU Mountaineers won their last leg. They had 1% before they gave up the first map, which would have been very demoralizing. But coming back 99, the momentum almost seems to be in their favor right now. Going back onto the Brawl comp, though, we might see that Hellfire sticks to their advantage that they had on the first map. Now Winsy on the Divas can eat that Fire Strike. No, doesn't quite get it now, but his Mountaineers are trying to push into this point. That's going to be the Brave Monk coming around the left side here. Trying to give his team the space they need, setting them up on that main. As a big stun comes through, the shields are low.
Brave Monk almost has a shatter. Look at this.
He's at 85%. Mac is at 20%. That Fire Strike was huge. Good point, Hawkshaw. I didn't see it somehow. It's going to be a big hammer down for Brave Monk. If he doesn't die first! Wait a minute. He builds his shatter, but he's dead in the window. Coming through from Isak is going to take him down. And because of that, they have to line of sight and take it back. The Brave Monk got a little too greedy. He had that ultimate. He wanted to use it, but maybe needed a little bit more health first.
It's the same story as both teams just building so many ults on the first fight here. Brave Monk has the shatter. He's going to be looking for it here, I assume. And there it is. It doesn't find anyone. He dies for it.
He does go down, and so does another member of his team, the Rockets from Winsy. Man, that's unfortunate. You build that shatter, you get hype about it, but it gets blocked. Mac was ready, and I gotta say, I'm surprised. Honestly, Mac being ready for that. Mac was only at 7%. Most Reinhardts might think maybe there's a chance, but he knew for sure that the Brave Monk had shatter, and he was ready for it. Now going in to clean up with measured aggression from Mac. Perfectly measured, might I add. Getting the cleanup kills off that shatter. I think that's a perfectly fine use of shatter. You waste a lot of time for the enemy team. Especially when you build it in one fight nowadays.
Yeah, absolutely. And, you know, Hellfire has even more ults to be backing this up. They have almost 5 more ults on the side here. Amenrar is low, but he uses his Molten Core anyway as a WVU tries to engage. Bob coming into the point is going to be contesting. Pete has to use the feat to sustain the team. The Nano Boost comes out from 7-Eleven. And who did it get? The Brave Monk goes down anyway. Isak falls though to Llama. Luzi dies during the Death Blossom, and KO9 is melting everyone right now, cleaning this up. Hellfire still is stalling this out. They have to use the grab for this. Still 83% for Hellfire, and WVU, again, right as they need it, finally take this point.
And listen, you can say I have a weak mental, but if I'm Hellfire right now, I'm getting a little sweaty, you know? I'm feeling a little nervous because we got 87%. Kind of like the last map, and we gave it up. Now on the first map you gave up 65, so you know maybe the stars don't align quite that way, but despite the 2 picks there from Luzi, WV Mountaineers come on top, and as you pointed out, that Nano actually went onto the Bob and just somehow made enough space for the rest of them to clean up. Don't know if it was intentional, but now both Brian's pretty close to shatter. The mirror and the bomb come through for Hellfire, neither getting a whole lot of value, but at the very least you have to line of sight that Bob coming through from Llama on the point. Isak finds Llama down though as the res comes through. That's going to be a big tire holding on to the point for WVU. This is what WVU does so well. It amazes me to see them do it over and over again every time, despite if they're down early as they go in cleaning up right now. It's KO9 and Brave Monk just pushing the enemy team out. A pick comes through for Amenrar actually through all that. They get in the advantage, they get the point, and then they cycle through these ultimates so well, Hawkshaw.
Definitely.
Oh!
With the early shatter, it goes on to Brave Monk. He gets nanoed though. And everyone on Hellfire is anti. They have the immortality built to sustain it, and both tanks for Hellfire are super low. Amenrar gets the kill onto KO9. He comes back up though, and Mac gets killed by Llama through all that mess. 70% almost for WVU, and they're taking this back once again.
Yeah, very good point. Through all that mess, and now after that mess, as you can imagine, a lot of ultimates are in line for both teams. Mountaineers having specifically both tank ults for sure during this next fight, while Lindsay might not manage to get this bomb. This could be the last fight of the game now as the tire comes through big. And so, this one's from Amenard. Finds Vertile, who had his tire almost ready. Big picks coming in for Hellfire. Again, this could be the last fight. 87. Mountaineers are going to have to try to get a retouch right now. They're stalling out to 93, but a res comes through. Shattered, doesn't get blocked. Mac, big shatter on the Brave Monk there, and Brave Monk dies again. Trying to shatter, although this time he actually loses.
Lucy! Oh,
90%! Lucy! Was that a 4K or a 5K? I don't know.
That was at least 5. That was at least 5.
Oh my gosh!
And I don't know if...
Oh, there's a touch!
Does get the touch? Lama does get the touch.
Any touchers? We got one! It's a big touch from Llama and a big bonus from Vertile! Wait a second, this match isn't over! Hold up! We have a touch from Mountaineers and a couple picks coming through. Mac and Lucy finding picks. They're going both ways. Wait a minute. Big Bomb doesn't find anything, but Lucy is popping off on this point. This could still go either way. It's getting a little too scrappy. Both teams are scared, but Llama is popping off. Finding insane picks on the point right now as Winsy is just trying to fly away and live. He's in the baby form now. Can he survive much longer? 7-11 finds him with a big nade as Mountaineers coming back on that ball. Mac's going to try to get here with his team on the ball as well. But a big pick comes through late, and that's actually going to be WVU Mountaineers taking the map after 2 insane comebacks.
I was awfully convinced by 4-3 Hellfire winning that first map, but then WVU comes back to take it when they're down at least 80. Like, twice there on both those last 2 maps.
Look at that bomb! Got shattered as he hit the ground, but the bomb was still huge. That's like a fadeaway jump shot where you get fouled and fall over at the end. But he still hit it. He still hit it. Oh wow. I gotta go take a drink, guys. I am insanely excited. Make sure you get a snack, get a drink, because you're gonna be in for a good one. And with how that just went back and forth, we could be here for a while. Hawkshaw, what do you make of that first map?
This is, like as you said, this is going to be a good one. Both teams going absolutely head to head, and both those maps, or all 3 of those rounds there, were definitely close. And I can't wait to see what else is to come here.
And before we go to this intermission, let me quickly check with production here. I think we might have a bit of an announcement for 413. Are we ready to make that announcement yet? We are. Okay, so very excited here to be able to announce to you guys all in chat and everybody watching, 413e.com/shop. We have merch, everybody. If you want to check out and represent the league and the casting and these streams you've been coming to see, check out the merch shop. Very exciting stuff. I personally am going to check it out after this. Hawkshaw, are you excited?
Absolutely, man. I already took a peek at it, and I am excited, man.
I really like it. Very sleek designs, very, very subtle. You know, sometimes the thing with merch, I feel like you'd almost be embarrassed to wear it out, but with this merch, I would wear this merch anywhere. I'd wear this merch to a job interview, frankly.
Absolutely.
And with that, we're going to go to a quick 3-minute intermission, guys. Stick around. We have an exciting match coming. It's been exciting so far. Make sure you don't miss the rest of it. And hit the follow button as well. We have our giveaway going. We're 261 followers right now. That might have even gone up since then. Once we hit 300, we'll be doing that BattleNet giveaway. I'm sure you've been seeing in the chat, $30 of BattleNet BattleNet balance at 300 followers. I'm going to go recover, guys. Stay ready. We'll be back for the next map.
Stay tuned.
All right, everybody. We are back. Just want to re-mention again, we are at 262 followers, I believe, right now. Let me refresh, get a live. We are at 262 followers right now. Once we hit 300, which we're very close to, we're going to be doing a $30 BattleNet balance giveaway. So make sure to reach out to your friends and family, especially if they like watching Overwatch. Let them know about this stream. Let them know it's the grand finals of an insanely exciting tournament with 2 beautiful casters with voices that are like honey, personally. and let them know that if they follow, they have a chance to win some BattleNet balance, and they can use that on any of the games there on that BattleNet launcher.
Absolutely. Bring everyone you know. This is one hell of a game we're watching right now. And Yeah, I can't wait. And we're on Kings Row too, with 2 insane brawl teams. You can't ask for much more than this.
I can't. I really could not ask for anything better. After the first shatter of the game was a 6-man, now that we're going to Kings Row, I could go in peace. Frankly, this is all I needed to see, and there's so much more to come.
Absolutely. And we see WVU, they've been running they're running the same thing again here, except Junkrat instead of the Torbjorn. That's Amin-Ra and the Junkrat. And WVU running out on the attack with the Rein Zarya, as we would expect here, and the Ashe with the Mercy Pocket, and the Junkrat and the Ana. So this is going to be an interesting one. Hellfire looking to play more close range, looking to rush them down. And the Brave Monk taking point presence early. He has to back off a little bit. And now Hellfire is just rushing in quickly. That Immortality Field is coming out early. The Dynamite... Amin-Ra gets the kill onto Vertile. That's one Junkrat to the other, proving his superiority. Fran brings Vertile back up, and they're looking to re-engage here. Vertile taking that high ground, and Hellfire just holding back here. They're just chilling out here. They're going to look to re-aggress here. The window coming out from Isak, another very fast window. This man is insane.
Someone else built an ultimate first just to make sure I'm not in a dream. I mean, this guy has had the first ultimate of every single round so far. Isak with another window to force the enemy team to back up for a little bit, but now they're back. Winzy, the grab! KO9's grab is gone, and the Brave Monk is too. Bob, coming in hard to the point, is going to be in the middle of an Immortality Field. His bubble goes down now. He's just shooting into the wind, but coming in with a big shatter as a Nubrak, but he goes down for it as Isak flips the table, finds a pick on a KO9 as Luzi continues. So Mountaineers did manage to find a pick through all that mess, but it's not going to be enough. Maybe, though, they have the spawn advantage now, even though they lost that fight.
Yeah, Nubrak is going to have to come back quickly if we're going to get a clean fight here. That is a massive Gravy, and Winzy's going to coming up on this Diva Bomb here. We'll see if he'll be able to get anything with that. Llama switches over to this Echo. I think this is a good pick. You don't really have any long-range heroes on the side of Hellfire, except for the Baptiste, to deal with this Echo. Isak misses another window, zoning out WVU once again. KO9 getting low, Fran also getting low, and WVU has to back off here. Amin-Ra gets the kill into 7-11 anyway, and it's another clean fight for 4-3 Hellfire. Vertile going down the tire just for assurance. And
touches the spawn door. It doesn't get anything, but it got there. You can say he touched the spawn door in the grand finals match, but not much else from that. But a big team fight there. I already mentioned the Grabby before, and now the Echo from Llama is a really big pick here. Isak, let's see if he has another window this fight by chance. He seems to be getting them in a whip. Now Winzy coming with a big bomb, gets blocked, but it opens up a pick for Luzi here, who takes down the Brave Monk, trying to shield that bomb. Nubrak gets left, and if you can get one pick out of that bomb, even though it wasn't as a direct result, you'll take it. Luzi finds KO9, but now there's a pick coming through for the other side. Now it's WVU Mountaineers having a pick, and Octave is going to be back quick on that Lucio, but he has to be careful because the enemy team could have a bit of a spawn advantage here with the res. Now Hellfire forced to back off the point, waiting for their Lucio to get back right now. As Nubrak goes in, he gets antied, and he goes in too hard, gets antied, goes down. Big tire gets shut down by Amin-Ra. This Junkrat duel has been going on all day, and Nubrak is down right now, so no main tank for Hellfire. Now Brave Monk pushing in hard as bubbled. Vertile finding a huge pick here. He's spamming off the back line, finding picks. Amin-Ra goes down, and that means Vertile has free range to capture this point. What an amazing back and forth Junkrat battle we're seeing here, Hawkshaw.
Yeah, I mean, look, I don't know if you know this, Jumpenny, but I used to main Junkrat, not gonna lie.
Who did? Nubrak, by the way.
It's amazing to see. Oh!
It's like a Where's Waldo? And Nubrak is hiding behind the enemy team, looking for that bumper shadow. He takes a peek. No one's seen him yet. He's looking. He doesn't know yet, but he comes out. Oh, he gave it up. He gave up from the Echo. Reinhardt showing up to spoil the party. He goes out, gets slept. Now he's fighting with an Echo Ryan. He's going to go down. Immor, he does die with Shatter. It goes away. Now Immor is also gone. Means Hellfire has to do a big back up here. Mountaineers making a big push. Lindsay, though, finding a pick on the Llama is big, and the Baby Diva there, he could get his mech back, and now they're turning the tide a little bit. Pick comes through in another window from Isak. He finds the Brave Monk first. Winsy finds a pick. I think that's on Baby Diva as well. Winsy popping off, out DPSing the enemy Zarya from Baby Diva.
Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter if he's in a mech or not. Winsy gets kills.
Who needs it? Who needs that mech?
He pops off.
Now Winsy. Exactly, and now a lot of ults on the side of both teams now. The tires are going to be scary. A big bomb coming through early over the top. Doesn't quite find its target. Not quite the fadeaway shot we saw before. Big shatter comes through from Brave Monk. Doesn't get much, but the Nano is going to get a Nubrak down. Amin-Ra wins the Junkrat duel this time as High Noon goes away. Amin-Ra wins the Junkrat duel and uses that free space for a huge tire that finds 3. And now, other than Geno Friend stalling this point out for quite a long time on the Mercy, they can't kill him. They can't! Okay, he finally goes down. And now it looks like they're going to be able to get this point here.
Yeah, Hellfire
They're going to stall this point, yeah.
Yeah, Hellfire flipping the script here. And it's just a minute left here for WVU to complete the Streets phase. They are close, though. There's just one more corner that they have to round to the entrance to this factory. And they have the ults to work with here. They have the Graviton, they have the Tire, and they almost have another copy here. I assume that they'll be copying the Reinhardt here. Definitely a good copy choice. And despite this grab and this Tire, I think Hellfire has these ultimates, the support ultimates, to sustain through it. The Immortality Field and the beat again, which, well,
I gotta try to keep track of how many mirrors Isak has built because he's got a lot of tires coming through on the point now. It gets destroyed though by Amin-Ra somehow. Amin-Ra finds that tire before it can kill an entire grab. Winsy finds Vertile, and WVU right now is actually starting to pull this back. They're pushing this card aggressively, and the bomb comes through from the copy, I believe there. Llama does get a mech gone from Winsy Octave. Finds a big pick on the Amiana though. That's Reddit. That's Lucio in the background, not Reddit. As Brave Monk finds a pick on the Winsy Octave, is dancing around at this point, just trying to stall it out. WVU need to cap this or the match is over. Their push is over now as the Brave Monk goes down, main tank down. A Nubrak has the shatter and he wants to use it. There's no shield in his way. Hammer down, he says. It's going to get 3, I believe, but no one dies as a result. There's no follow-up there, but it does stall out the point for Nubrak's team to get back and provide him with a lot of support now. So is WVU Mountaineers on this point, brawling now with a tire coming out from Amin-Ra. I'm holding my breath. Where's it going to go? A lot of picks coming through from WVU, but the tire finds 2 as well. So WVU needs to cap this point still. Octave goes down, and with that, WVU are going to keep this push going. They got another minute and 30 to make it happen.
Definitely. That's an unlucky tire from Amin-Ra. He tries to use it just to get the picks needed. He gets 2, but unfortunately it's not enough. WVU overwhelms Hellfire, and they finish the Streets phase. They have 1 minute left to get to this last point. And Brave Monk has the shatter to potentially blow open this point here.
Winsy gets slept in the middle of the team, and hammered down is gonna actually hit him there. As a Nubrak tried to block it, he didn't get there in time. The Nano Ryan pushing through a Nubrak slow, and he's gonna go down to KO9. Now there's an Echo, a Tire, and a Nano out right now, and Amin-Ra finds the pick through it all. Llama gonna get the High Noon off this copy 7-11, finding Amin-Ra at the big pick. Now there's a hider. You see Lucy, I sure do. He's on the back of the point. He's going to find Geno Fran early. He goes down, though. Viana, she was watching, and the grab's going to capture the enemy.
I don't know if they can touch.
Can't get the point. They can't. Winsy does touch, though. The Immor comes out, and they're going to get a touch, but they're not going to get it. WVU is pushing still. With 30 seconds left, they got a lot of picks here. Hellfire has to have a chance to hold it. Through the window, he's high nooning, but it's not going to be enough. Only 2 squishies are touching, and 1 goes down. Octave is down. Lucy is down, and Winsy can't get there in time. So with 14 seconds left, right as they needed to, as they've been doing so far all match long, WVU caps that 3rd point.
They are the masters of clutch. WVU are the masters of clutch. They capped this 3rd point with 14 seconds left. They had what? Just a minute over that to cap this point? I didn't think they'd be able to get it with time, but was I wrong? They get it.
They do, just barely. So yet again, against your prediction, but just barely, WVU comes in time. They've been doing it time and time again, and I gotta say again, their ult economy is a big part of it. They play so well with these ultimates, and really don't let many go to waste.
Definitely, and I want to point out the echo pick again from Llama. I think that was a pretty big factor to them winning 1st point and then just going on from there, completely outmatching the Junkrat here from Amin-Ra. Can't really deal with an Echo when you're Junkrat. That's why Lucy switched to that McCree, from what I saw. But unfortunately, it wasn't going to be enough, as WVU ends up taking all 3 points. And now it's time for Hellfire to see if they can end up replicating this attack from WVU or end up surpassing this time, which is very doable. Only 14 seconds they had left to complete it. So not all hope is lost for 4-3 Hellfire. They still definitely have a chance at this.
And now holding this corner is the Brave Monk. He has to deal with an Ubrak who has been a valiant opponent all day. These two Reinhardts going back and forth. It was Mac earlier, now it's an Ubrak going up against Brave Monk, pushing him to this point. WV Mountaineers are going to give some space, but as a result, both tanks on Hellfire get anti and Ubrak try to back up, but KO9 finds him by going through the hotel. Luzi finds a pick, but Llama clears him out right after, and with that, Hellfire looks like they're going to hold this point. Llama popping off and kill feed, finding another headshot. This man's hot right now, and there goes Isak. That's a big pick, because Isak didn't get his ult this fight.
Right. And
which is surprising.
For sure, especially from what we've seen from this man throughout the first map and just throughout this game in general. He's been building those ults quickly. Unfortunately for Hellfire, not this time around. That's already a minute off the clock for them here. And KO9 is already 80% to this Graviton. 7-11 is building up this nano super fast. He has it, ready to use it whenever. What was I saying? Isak has this window. The trade's coming in. Hellfire almost has 2 ticks here, and they get 2 ticks here. It's gonna be up to WVU to stall this out. But Amenrar kills off the Brave Monk, and it's up to Vertile to stall this out. He's gonna fall.
Dragon comes through at the end just for Vertile. That's a little special note of love from Lucy to Vertile. That Dragon was, but a lot of ultimates on the side of WVU Mountaineers, and this is what we talked about. Even though they lost the point, which I gotta say that was a very impressive cap by Hellfire. They got the point and they got plenty of time on the clock right now. Hellfire could be a little scared right now. Maybe Mountaineers, if they play this right, they could start rolling these ultimates in their favor. So both teams have an advantage right now, whether it's Hellfire in pure push or the Mountaineers in ultimate. So let's see which team is going to come out on top of that. Amenrar finds an early pick. Llama's going down. That's a DPS duel you don't want to be in. Big Shatter gets blocked from the Brave Monk, and he goes down, and yet another Shatter has been happening to him a lot today. The enemy team focusing him down when he has that ult. The Big Shatter comes through from an Uberek after Vertile's Tire catches 2. He goes down to an Uberek as well. The Tire coming through for Amenrar. This time it's Hellfire's Tire catching a big pick. Now KO9, he's got full charge and a nano on him, but he has to back up, trying to do as much damage as he can on his way out. 7-11 with the bubble, just trying to sleep someone to stall them out. But Hellfire is pushing this point pretty aggressively, and Mountaineers used their ultimates and they lost the fight. Hellfire cracking the code right now and pushing this pretty strongly.
Definitely, they look to have found the answer. Or it was just WVU getting really unlucky with these ultimates. They used 4 and didn't get as much value as they wanted out of them. There is the Bob though from Llama, gets that kill onto Luzi, and the beat comes out from Gino Francis to sustain this team. Brave Monk killing off both of these tanks with the help of that beat. And
wow.
And WVU stabilize with 3.5 minutes here. This is going to be good for them if they can build up these ultimates.
Even when I thought they were out of ultimates, clearly they had 2, Bob and Beat, that were just ready to go and were perfectly used. Now Llama goes down to Luzi early here. There wasn't really a team fight breaking out, so the DPS try to duel each other, and one catches the other at Hanzo. You hate when you peek and catch an arrow to the head, but Dragon's coming through to the back line. Luzi's going to catch Gino Fran with it. Luzi getting a little bit of revenge there now, coming back out, and keeping up his streak. Revenge would be the other way, but now Amenrar finding a pick as Whimsy comes in as well, pushing forward ahead of his Reinhardt to clean up the enemy team. And right now, Hellfire's on pace. They got a good time bank going for them right now. Mountaineers has 2 ultimates, but I don't think they're going to be able to touch here. So right now, the Mountaineers are going to try to get these ultimates going back in your favor. And hopefully you can stall this point back out, because right now, Hellfire's got a heck of a time bank, and they're coming hard.
Yeah, WVU, they'll be able to sustain here if they use these ultimates smartly. And if Llama doesn't get picked like that from losing, these DPS going back and forth throughout this game. Luzi playing his part here as he's just getting picks left and right. The Tire coming out from Vertile, and the grab as well. The beat from Octave. Big Shatter!
Amenrar has been destroying tires all day, but the Brave Monk's just going to hit too big of a shatter for it to really matter. You're going to find 3 picks cleaning them up on their way out. And a really niche point, something that's really important, but you won't see it because of how small it is in the kill feed all the time. Amin-Ra has now killed 2 really big tires that in my eyes looked like they were about to get at least 3 kills. Amin-Ra really paying attention to the enemy Junkrat and taking those tires out when he gets the chance. Let's see if Vertile can do the same thing as the Brave Monk takes down Amin-Ra. This time there's no tire now. Luzi yet again finds Llama. That's 3 in a row. He's won as the enemy team pushes in the ante. Onto the Hellfire's tanks, though. Nubrak pinning in, but he goes down to the Brave Monk, who takes advantage of that position and pushes in hard into the enemy team.
Yeah, definitely great from WVU, being able to catch out those positioning mistakes. The nade as well from 7-Eleven, just forcing them back. And that's a clean fight win from WVU. They have 3, almost 4 ultimates here. Again, cycling ultimates very well. The tire comes out from Amin-Ra. It's going to get destroyed by 7-Eleven. Gets completely melted, and Luzi falls to Llama, who uses that bob. And again, picks going the way of WVU. This has completely been in their favor. These tanks, absolute forces on the field right now, as they just clean up once again. And now 4-on-3 Hellfire has just a little over 2 minutes, and they're still down in this ultimate economy right now. Tank ults on the side of WVU, as well as the tire and the nano boost again.
This is oddly reminiscent to me. I scrimmed WVU and they held this 3rd point just as well as they are now.
Oh,
but they
man.
from Winsy and the Shatter. Yet again, Brave Monk dies in a Shatter. Even though a big ante comes through to the enemy team, looks like right now Hellfire has the advantage. Luzi finds another tick and Nubrak's going to clean it up. You know, as I said earlier, in a scrim against WVU with Havoc, I found that this point particularly was the hardest to break through. When that ult economy starts really hitting on this point is right now for WVU.
You see Underbrook?
Oh, he's doing it again. Hellfire, I was about to say, has cracked the code.
He sees him.
Now, but I think they see him, and he's going to throw the Shatter, but he's not going to get anything. He's going to have to retreat as hard as he can. He pins out, and the beat comes through. Keep him alive. Octave finds the enemy Bastion in the back line. As a tire comes through, this one finds Amin-Ra, and he can't kill it this time. And they all get blasted away from the Immortality field right as it goes down. Now there's a main tank battle happening as Nubrak is trapped by the enemy Junkrat going down as the Dragon comes through. And right now, Hellfire are going to have a hard time capping this. They had to commit a lot of ultimates there. Now Amin-Ra and Winsy are going to be the 2 players to watch coming into this next fight. Can Hellfire cap? And if so, can they get the time bank off of Winsy and Amin-Ra's ultimates? And Isak also with another ultimate coming out.
Yeah, and I also want to point out, 7-Eleven used that nano boost on the Bastion, despite Llama going down there.
Oh, Brave Monk gets a Shatter, but he pins off the map! He got booped! He pinned after a Shatter, and he got booped by Octave! What a huge play from Octave! Another goes off the map! Octave has killed 2 people right now! 2 people go down the Vertile's tire! Amin-Ra and Luzi are finding picks, but it might not be enough. It will! It certainly will! What am I even talking about?
They're gonna get there! They have the same time bank!
Exact same time bank right now.
Oh my god!
Listen, I don't know if that was how easy that was to see it at home, because that was just such a micro play. But the Shatter came in, and I'm watching the stream back to see if that was what the viewers were able to tell happened. Because the Brave Monk hits a huge Shatter, tries to pin in to clean up a kill, and Octave booped him in such a way that he actually pinned off the map. And I gotta say, the Reinhardt player, Hawkshaw, you've played any character really, you know this.
Yeah.
When you're in a pin and you think you're going to hit a wall and all of a sudden you see the edge of the map, your heart just sinks into your stomach. And I'm sure the Brave Monk felt that way as KO9 sat on the edge as well, trying to contest his own grab. Octave then got another boop off the map. So Octave making 2 insane plays. While it may have looked like Brave Monk just pinned off the map, he actually didn't. It was a huge play from Octave.
Definitely helped 4-3 Hellfire clutch out that last point with the same time bank here. Both teams have a minute.
Also, Octave killed the Bastion before that. Sorry to cut you off.
You're chilling. You're all good.
Yeah, Octave killed the Bastion right before that, and while I'm sure that was a team effort, Octave making some really big plays there in the clutch for his team to break through that great hold from Mountaineers.
Definitely. Now 4-3 Hellfire has 1 minute to get as far as they can here on King's Row. Underbrack's getting really low, but the Immortality Field is there. But it goes down immediately. Underbrack's getting super low. This is killing me right now. And now 20 seconds are off the clock, and both teams just staying back, chilling out. We'll see who the aggressors are here. 4-3 Hellfire coming in. They're moving back again. Now Brave Monk coming rifling in, but he falls. The window again from Isak. 2 picks from Lucy. 3 down for WVU. Oh my god. And now Lucy has this Hanzo ult killing off Genofran there.
Wow. We have seen such a back and forth game, and right now it's the story of Octave and Isak. Isak is having his ultimate every fight. Octave making that amazing double clutch nano micro play right at the end. Right now the supports for Hellfire are really showing up in a big way. And not to say the WVU Mountaineers aren't. I've seen insane anti-nades coming through all day long from 7-Eleven. And
look at this! Look at this!
Oh, the dragon!
From downtown!
What am I seeing right now? This is amazing. From downtown, as both dragons come through, it's going to be WVU on top. And I don't even know what I was looking at. That shocked me. That was amazing. Caught me off guard. That's how explosive this game is. If you blink, you're going to miss all the action.
Yeah, Brave Monk and KO9, from what I saw, went on the high ground and went behind the cart.
Right.
Brave Monk got that shatter off, and
wow.
And who was it? Was it Vertal the Hanzo? Yeah.
I don't even know.
Yeah, it was. And
yeah.
he gets the dragon off from in front.
Wow. Yeah.
To sort of
right.
just surround Hellfire. What a play.
That was massive. Just a big play from Mountaineers. Creative. Everything you want to see right now in a grand finals. I couldn't imagine what would have been cooler than that. I was looking away, and all of a sudden I see a Reinhardt and a Zarya behind the enemy team, and then I see Mountaineers cleaning up. I mean, again, like I said, this match is so action-packed that if you think you're good to look away for a second, you're going to miss something.
Exactly. And 4-3 Hellfire is going to have to be content with stopping this payload from under this arch. And they'll have 1 minute to hold this point and this cart. So it is doable for them, but we'll see how it goes for these two teams. Now it looks like WVU is rolling out on this Echo and the Hanzo. I do think this is going to be better for WVU in terms of long range. That Echo definitely was a problem for 4-3 Hellfire when they were on their first defense. But a trade comes in, 2 DPS going down, 1 on each side. And now 4-3 Hellfire coming in really fast here, just aggressing up to this choke almost. And what were you saying?
There's so many Hanzos in the kill feed. Or 3. But now Mountaineers pushing into this point. KO9 trying to build up his charge here now, because that's what you need to counter Winzy on this D.Va. Is Llama goes in top, he has that beam, and it's going to get the Immortality Field.
First one super low! The window again!
The window from Isak, he has this every fight. There's not a fight where Isak doesn't build that window and the Brave Monk gets melted by it yet again. Trying to get into the enemy team, Isak has been just really melting the enemy tanks all day. 7-Eleven is the last hope for the Mountaineers, but he's going to go down. And Hellfire are going to take a map. We are 1-1 right now.
This was what I wanted to see. These two insane brawl teams going at each other on King's Row of all maps. This was incredible. Amenrar popped off at the end there. From what we saw there, Amenrar popped off at the end there, got 3 kills right as that timer went down.
Yeah. Wow. Amenrar, big clutch play.
This play here, big showcase of this insane main tank duel that we've seen between Hellfire and Mountaineers so far. This has been amazing to watch.
And we have a quick 3-minute intermission coming up. Don't go too far. We got a lot of action coming up. Make sure you hit that follow button so that you don't miss another step of the action. We'll be right back in 3 minutes, everybody.
Time of today. To dream, believe. You are the strength, you're all I need.
All right, everybody, welcome back. We are 1-1 right now. Each team has taken a map, and it has been an exciting time. We got to see Kings Row overtime, and we got to see a 99-0 run back followed by an 83-0 run back by WVU. And Hellfire obviously clutched it out on Kings Row, so now we're back at a 1-1 right now with a very exciting match in the OCS Division II Grand Finals, casted by 413 Hawkshaw. Speaking of 413, anything you can tell the people here in chat about 413 and sort of the purpose of what we like to do here?
413 Esports is your gateway to competitive Overwatch. It's a great place to go if you are looking to up your game in competitive Overwatch. We have open tryouts every Sunday at 8 p.m. EST. You can join those if you're looking for a team, and then afterwards, if you participate in those, you'll be put onto the academy team, and from there, you can either be noticed by other teams if they have open spots, or if you achieve the rivals rank in our academy, you could end up forming a new team, which is what you did, Jumpenny, right? With rivals, yeah.
Yeah, now we're Havoc. We participated in this tournament, already knocked out, unfortunately, but yeah, it's been a fun time, and I gotta say, no matter what you're interested in, whether it's the community or the game, there's a lot 413 has to offer. You know, the comp group up chats are always full, always something to do, and always people to talk to. And right now, we're gonna go into a very exciting map where we see WVU actually running a bit of a dive comp here, as it's interesting, right? Because you have the dive comp from WVU while a brawl is coming out from Hellfire, but the brawl is the Rhine Diva brawl, which is a little unique. We haven't seen that in a while, and it's been coming out more and more lately as the turret goes down to Vertile now. That's going to be KO9 on the ball, wrecking havoc in the enemy backline. Big slam catches 4 people, but Army Llama on the Diva, as we mentioned, finds Gino Fran early, and Lucy finds another one. That's 2 down right now for Mountaineers. Hellfire's holding this point good, but Llama finds a pick. He takes down the Diva, mech and all, as Amonrar finds a pick. Now Hellfire is starting to clean up, but a few picks are coming through. It got a little bit sloppy right at the end, but Hellfire holds on tight to this point.
Yeah, definitely some picks coming out from Llama. This Army Llama versus Llama matchup, I like it. Haha. And and I want to note some compositional changes from 413 Hellfire. We usually see the Lucio or the Reaper. Now they have the Hanzo and the Mercy in, which I think could definitely work here. A lot more damage for this Hanzo and for this Torb. Just Mercy being able to pocket these DPS super well. And now we see Brave Monk diving in the back, killing off Isak early as Pete gets the res off right in front of KO9. He can't distract it. And now picks are going the way of 413 Hellfire. At least it seems to be. Army Llama gets demeched and that immortality field goes down from Isak. The Hanzo comes in from Lucy. Amonrar takes Llama to his grave with him, and Vertile gets to come to Isak, and WVU is still in this. Army Llama looks to be the only one left here, still on that high ground without a mech. He needs to get back in it, and he does. And Mac coming back with Pete on this Mercy to stall this point out. Lucy getting that kill into Gino Friends. The Nano Boy though, they're going into the Mega Pack room. That's such a small space, and Brave Monk getting the Primal Rage kill. But the Nano Boy doesn't matter. Vertel goes down to Mac, who then goes down to the Brave Monk. This is such a scrappy fight. The Molten Core coming out. It doesn't matter. He goes down. Maybe it does. KO9 goes down to it, and Pete kills off Llama. And 413 Hellfire, after all of that, manages to sustain. That felt like, what, 1-2 fights? And
I know.
We're down to 1 minute.
Such a long fight. Like you said, it was really multiple mini fights that sort of broke out. But yeah, like you said, it got really scrappy, and Mountaineers did manage to take a point. But I think if you're Hellfire, you're fine with that for the amount of time that it took for that fight to end, and now you're still holding on to the point.
Yeah, the ultimate economy is very well on the side of 413 Hellfire. They have these tank ults and the Hanzo with this window, which we've seen so many of from Isak. The minefield coming out in the back on the high ground from KO9. He gets super low, gets that Mega Pack to stay alive for just at least a little bit longer. KO9 eventually does fall to Army Llama as well, and the Diva Bomb comes out, kills off the Brave Monk. Lucy also getting that kill into 7-11. Lucy also killing off Llama, getting picks left and right here. Llama dying with that High Noon. And another clean fight from 413 Hellfire here. 30 seconds left for WVU.
Yeah, we got 30 seconds left to go, and it's going to be KO9 trying to get an early setup on that ball. He wants to take the enemy off this high ground probably so that he can slam into them. But right now, he's just trying to get set up for that last second touch. He sees Amenwar getting back to his team, and he has to be careful. The divers coming in, they're looking for a target. It's probably going to be that top left high ground. KO9 is going to go into the point as the mirror comes through from Isak. It's been there all day, and it's here again. Right now, the Brave Monk's going in high, but he's on 4. It goes down. You're right, absolutely melted. Goes down. His pitch coming through for Hellfire all over the place right now. Despite the transcendence, everybody is dead on the side of the Mountaineers. Hellfire with a stunning hold there, only giving up 1 tick, or 59.8% to be precise.
Those last couple of fights, the last like minute and a half was absolutely textbook defense from 4-3 Hellfire. Picks just going all for them, using those ultimates super well. They were up in the ultimate economy, sort of giving WVU a taste of their own medicine. We've seen how well they can cycle these ultimates, and unfortunately for them, it didn't work out for them as 4-3 Hellfire manages to hold them on first point.
Yeah, really good hold there, and Mountaineers right now, they got to try to find something to get the momentum back in their favor. Obviously, Hellfire still has to find a way through this defense, and if there's one thing we know the Mountaineers are good at, I would say it's defense. They can get those ultimates and use them efficiently. They're really good at maybe drawing out these fights on defense, as we saw there. Unfortunately, they were on offense drawing out those fights, which you never like. So right now, Hellfire is going to go to a standard brawl with the D.Va, and it seems like the Mountaineers are copying for defense. They didn't like the dive on offense. It didn't really get them anywhere, but they are going to switch to the brawl, and I'd say that's more or less because of the Reinhardt just being a little better on defense on this map than Winston, probably.
Yeah, and I wasn't really a huge fan of the dive going against the comp that Fire ran there. They had the Torbjorn, they had the Baptiste. Just so much damage, and it was just too much for WVU. We'll see if they can change it though with this Rhine D.Va composition that this tank line that they are mirroring here. They have to hold a little less than 2 ticks here, or else this map goes to Hellfire.
An early spam coming through from Vertile, but it's scary when it's Vertile on the other end of it. I gotta say, Hanzo, just a deadly character, and he's damage boosted right now. Well, Llama currently getting the damage boost, finds that turret down. Luzi tries to go on the high ground. Lindsay shuts him down. It's going to send him back down to the low ground now. This is going to be Hellfire actually taking a unique rollout here, going around, getting the high ground. This is smart. They're taking that high ground from the enemy team, giving them a positional advantage now, but they're actually pushing down these Mega Room. That Mega Room, not a bad idea either. Now they're on the high ground, forcing Mountaineers to sort of play like they're attacking right now. And Hellfire is going to finish the rotation by taking the point. They're the defenders now. Luzi finds a pick on the Llama. Suddenly Hellfire has switched this, and now they are defending the point. But yet they're on attack still somehow as the res comes through. Mac finds a pick. He's rolling into the enemy team. Big swing is coming through, and he almost has the shatter as the Brave Monk is down. Mac has a shatter here. He might not need to use it as Luzi finds some of the pickings and clean up. KO9 is in the baby D.Va form, going to go down as Vertile's holding on that top point. Looks like Hellfire is going to take this map off of holding first point and making a stunningly genius rotation to turn themselves into the defending team. They capped the point. That was genius.
Again, absolutely textbook from 4-3 Hellfire. That rotation worked so well for them, flipping the script on WVU once again, making 4-3 Hellfire the defenders there, letting WVU come to them on the point. Hellfire just completely took control of that. Really? And it worked out for them. They are up 2-1 in this first of 4 series.
Yeah, the momentum certainly swings in their favor right now. I mean, that was an intense match that does go in their favor after a really good hold. Let's see, now that the map pick is going to go to WVU Mountaineers, what they pick and what they think is going to be their best thing. After a 3-minute intermission, we will be right back. Make sure you guys stick around. You don't want to miss a second of this. It's been so back and forth and so exciting. You don't want to miss it. We'll be right back. 3-minute intermission. And make sure you guys follow, as we've said before, once we get to $30, I believe, is it BattleNet balance?
Yeah.
At 300 followers, tell your friends, let them know, have them come follow to not only be entertained, they also get to be entered into a really nice tournament. Only 36 more to go, guys. 3 minutes. We'll be back.
Stay tuned.
right, everybody, welcome back to 413 Casting Division 2 OCS Grand Finals. I am so excited for this map. Going into Rialto, we've seen pretty much everything you can see in an Overwatch game. We've seen comebacks, we've seen rolls from both teams. I really don't know what to expect here. Both teams have had the momentum on their side at one point or another, so really I could see it swinging either way here. Coming into Rialto, though, Hawkshaw, based on, the type of compositions you usually see on this map, do you feel like maybe either team has a bit of an advantage based off of what you usually see their players play? Well,
this is the Mountaineers map pick here, after losing on Volskaya. So I think on Rialto, you could either, if you're on the attacking side especially, you could run either a brawl comp or sort of a dive, really. Either one could work, so I think that really plays to the Mountaineers' strengths here. So I wouldn't be surprised to see them perform very well here. And we're looking to see a very different composition here from 4-3 Hellfire. They're on the Ball Hog with the Pharmacy and the Tracer and the Moira.
Yeah, as you said, they do like to run this dive comp, so this map is probably why they picked it. You can pull out this dive comp they're so fond of, and Hellfire obviously taking sort of a defensive dive comp, really, with the Hog and Mac. That's his hero. So if he can play Reinhardt well, he can certainly play the Roadhog. He finds KO9 early with a big hook. Right as I said it, and he's body blocking already. Mac with a big hook. KO9 goes down right now. That's something Mountaineers might have not prepared for. That Mac Hog, you just can't ever truly be ready for it. A big pick from Llama finds Aminor probably out of the air there. Goes down, big pick from Llama. And now it's a little even, but Mac's still on that high ground, and Vertile's got to watch his head because he's down. Brave Monk trying to force him off, but all he's going to be able to do is get a little bit of ult charge here as the dive has to retreat and try to take another approach.
Yeah, and Aminor gets rezzed there by Pete.
I need healing.
Definitely important for 4-3 Hellfire here. You don't want to
another hook.
Back. Another hook from Mac. Someone get this man off the high ground. He's going nuts. And now he has his ultimate as Llama gets rezzed, but I don't know if it's going to matter. Mac gets the kill onto both DPS here. Both snipers going down. He just barely misses that hook, but I don't think it's going to matter. Mac cleans up for this fight. That was barely even a fight. That was textbook hog play from Mac.
Yeah, obviously, that's the thing about Hog. I feel like when you're playing him at his best, it almost makes the game look like maybe there's not a team fight happening. That's how Hog can just be so slippery. Get in there and really break things apart. Misses maybe his first hook of the game, but Army Llama's going to follow up with a dive onto that Hanzo. I want to see this hook percentage. It's probably insane right now. As Mac is just chipping away at Brave Monk's shield. Llama and Vertile leading the pack up behind on these DPS, and now we have Moira. That's Isak coming in with yet another ultimate ready early. Coming with the Coalescence, but the Nano comes through as well. Brave Monk coming through, swinging into the enemy team. He's got something on his mind, and it's not too nice with antis going on to the enemy team. Brave Monk is swinging away at that ball right now. We have Mountaineers making a pretty good push for the point. Hellfire has to give space until they can find something to exploit here with their comp, and right now that's going to be Mac finding the hook on the Brave Monk, who goes down to a follow-up from Aminor, and now a big bomb from KO9 finds one. Picks are coming through. It does kill Army Llama. Somehow he goes down. Lucy and Mac are finding picks now. This is getting scrappy, and we saw this happen before. It did go in Hellfire's favor then, but right now Brave Monk says no. He solo shatters Mac and takes him to the wall so that his team can pull out this fight. They're going to probably cap this point here.
That was a lot of space that 4-3 Hellfire gave up, and Brave Monk said, I will gladly take that. and he wins the shatter. He stops Mac's ultimate as well, and they're looking to take this point here as Army Llama again goes down, falling off the map there from Llama's flashbang. And it's looking to be a reset and go again for 4-3 Hellfire as they want to get these resets, not wanting to stagger out. Army Llama switching over to this D.Va. I assume Mac is going to switch to the Reinhardt. And there it is, Aminor also on the Torbjorn. So a big compositional switch we're looking at here. And WVU, both tanks are already taking this high ground. This is going to be a good bit of pressure that Hellfire will have to stand through. But nope, they just force their way through it, up the stairs, and through the window.
Brave Monk is low, but he gets out.
But Brave Monk falls, yeah.
Army Llama takes him out. Llama finding a pick, and now it's Army Llama. Again, so back and forth with the Llamas here, but this fight's getting scrappy. Yet again, a big four-man shatter from the Brave Monk. Don't ever count this man out. He's finding big shatters all day long, and now he's swinging into that poor baby diva who doesn't want to be in front of that hammer. Brave Monk finding yet another big game-changing shatter to propel his team forward right now. Mac wants one of his own coming back though.
Definitely. I think it was Gino Frank getting that res onto the Brave Monk because I know that Brave Monk went down. They just I think he got res there. So that was a big factor to this fight win as well. Brave Monk killing off Mac, who just gets absolutely bullied as 4-3 Hellfire is just trying to stall this out. They have the Torbjorn and the Diva here to stall it out. The Diva bomb coming out from KO9 and it finds Amin-Ra. Pete goes down to Llama as well. It's just stall time. Isak falls, Army Llama falls, and these picks from Lucy. Wait.
Mac shatters 2. Lucy finds 2 picks before he goes down and forces, at the very least, you get the shatter out of Brave Monk because you had to shatter as well, but Brave Monk actually gets a little bit more follow-up swings, so despite it being marginally, is actually up right now. In ult percentage, Mac actually going off to the Winston, no, onto the Sigma now. So you're running a Sigma Diva, no, onto the Reinhardt, sorry, Mac is just trying to make my day hard, I can tell. And right now, pushing in with ultimates on their, not quite on their side actually, Amin-Ra going off with this Molten Core, but a Dragon to follow and a bomb from Army Llama as well. All systems check out, and it looks like Luzy's going to be going down to that, not before taking the mech down himself. Pete finds Luzy in the crossfire, rezzed back up for his team. Now Llama's going to take Luzy right back down, though. Unfortunately, Versatile now takes down the turret as WVU pushes in another big shatter from Brave Monk. I could watch this guy play all day long. Another 3-man shatter, it seems like that time. And Brave Monk makes a great play on the point, but the Dragon's going to come through from Luzy to try to stall. KO9 and Army Llama go have a little duel, and KO9 gets the better, and before the touch can come through, WVU Mountaineers take the point. Pretty decent time bank as well.
Definitely, especially with how hard it is to full cap on Rialto, and they do it with 2.5 minutes. That's amazing right there. You have my respect, WVU. The Brave Monk, after switching to that Reinhardt, that just cleared the way for Mountaineers here. Absolutely just winning main tank duels left and right throughout the entire map. And that is a very clean attack from WVU. It's going to be very hard for 4-3 Hellfire to replicate this.
Very good point. I don't know how they're gonna. It was such a stunning push. It's gonna have to come down to a couple of factors. One of which, Brave Monk's stunning performance on the Reinhardt Mac. It's actually going to the Hog here, so that's a Hog and Ball early we see. Unless if it swaps up here. So interestingly enough, it's going to be an entirely different take from Hellfire. It looks like on attack.
Yeah, this was the same comp that they ran early on the defense until it fell apart. After Brave Monk switched over to the Reinhardt, and now the dive defense coming out, the Monkey Diva on the defense here, double hit scan. I think this has to favor WVU here. You have when you have double hit scan against a Pharah and a Tracer, a Tracer against a Kree. I mean, yeah, I think this is going to favor WVU here unless Hellfire makes some switches quickly.
Yeah, hard to know. The comps coming out early do certainly see in WV Mountaineers' favor as an early pick. Yeah, as you exactly pointed out, the McCree finds the far, but a big hook comes through from Mac yet again. KO9 on the low ground, going to use his boosters to get out. He saves them just for that, most likely, as Tracer goes into Llama. He's going to find the enemy marching in the backline. Pete goes down. That's going to be a big pick there for Mountaineers. Another pick from Llama, who's been in the kill feed, lighting it up all day long. That's going to make Hellfire have to go again. They have to retreat. Try to get this one again.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Just picks instantly going the way of WVU. Both those hit scans getting a lot of value. Vertile's already 70% to this Deadeye, and now we see Lucy switching to Genji. I didn't expect this, but well, I don't know. You never know what could work and what couldn't work. And now Vertile has this Deadeye. Hellfire getting a bit of free distance on this card. Now Brave Monk is contesting it. He wants no part of 4-3 Hellfire. Isak very low, has to fade out. And Army and Llama again getting picks, killing off that Pharah, killing off the Monkey, and the Genji. Picks left and right, and now he's almost at this Bob. And now that's a minute and a half almost wasted for 4-3 Hellfire here. Again, Mac switched over to the Monkey here for real this time. And a complete compositional switch from 4-3 Hellfire. Amin-Ra onto the Ashe and Isak onto this Ana. I think now Hellfire realizes that what they were originally planning here is not going to work. But I don't know, it might be a bit too late as WVU is already has ults to work with here. Some of them already coming out. Both DPS ults coming out. The Deadeye from Vertile not gonna find anything. Now it's just Army Llama pushing that cart. Now he's being contested and he falls immediately, absolutely melted. Mac on this high ground, but he's alone up there. He's gonna solo.
Oh, and 7 and Brave Monk are cleaning up this point right now. Brave Monk gonna reset on the high ground and get ready for that next one.
Yeah. Sorry, Mike. Cutting out a bit, or I'm cutting out a bit there. I think.
No problem. I think
you're on my side, but
you should be good. We can give it a second here if we need, but Brave Monk right now is holding this high ground now as Mac. He wants to dive too. He's playing the Winston. As the Nano comes out, Luzi's going to go in hard on the Vertile who goes down. That flashbang isn't there right yet. And then another one follows through. 7-11 goes down. KO9 bomb goes in, but doesn't find much as Llama is going to get a big pick on the Pete. Right now, Mountaineers are starting to find picks in their way. They are cleaning this fight up after Blade came through early. Mac finds a pick, though, in his team's favor. It's getting a little too scrappy, though, for the attackers. It's big anti-hits for both Anas at the same time on both Winstons. Now they're going in on each other as Mac's going to use that ultimate to find Geno Fran. A little bit caught out, can't quite get back to his team on the Mercy. Brave Monk now in the enemy team getting some ult charge, but it's going to be Mac's dive. It's going to catch Vertile right now, who goes down. Ana trying to deny it, but doesn't mean much. KO9 got the back out of this fight as Hellfire is pushing this point with conviction.
Definitely a scrappy fight there. Eventually it went the way of 4-3 Hellfire, and they're making great progress here. But Lamna is using that Bob to contest this point now. And now WVU comes rifling into this point. But Brave Monk is anti, and he falls to Amun-Ra's Bob with the help of that anti-nade from Isak. Army Llama finds 2 with the bomb, and I think this is going to look like a fight win for 4-3 Hellfire here. And they take this point right when they need it. They'll have 2.5 minutes for the second point here.
Just as you said, 2.5 minutes to go. Good push, but gotta say, really good hold there from Mountaineers.
Definitely great hold. Hellfire's gonna have their work cut out for them. Definitely.
And now coming into this with ultimates in the favor of Mountaineers. That's 3 for them. Luzi has 1 though. And the pulse bomb's going to come through now. Doesn't catch much as Pete is going to pop that Valk to keep his team up. 3 ultimates still on the way. Big anti-hits. KO9 is looking low, but that's going to be the enemy Diva going down first. Army Llama is out right now as Mac is looking low. He's going to dive out as he's going to get counter-doped by the Brave Monk going into his backline. He finds the ult, but no, he does get killed and melted right out of all that health as Vertile finds a few picks. Say a few, he's finding more than that. Isak took out Brave Monk on the way out. That's going to be a hold for Mountaineers.
Yeah, and does Unifront have this res? Yes, he does, and WVU is going to have a full 6 here as well for this upcoming fight. 1.5 minutes left for WVU, or for 4-3.
Now coming into... And Hellfire coming into this fight, they're down ultimates, so they have to try to take a dry fight here. They have the Nano, so maybe if you're going to do anything, you can find value there. But the ultimates are coming through for the Mountaineers right now. They're using a lot, but they're clearing with an Omnor that does find a pick, and that's pretty big there. That's what you needed. Finding that is big as Geno Fran is going to get that res up. Brave Monk finds one. Vertile finds another. 2 are down for Hellfire right now. Mountaineers making some good progress. Diva getting a pick. You don't see that, but that's cleanup for you with those rocks. And continuing to clean up this point. So now we see Army Llama. He has this ultimate on the way. This Diva bomb could be big. We've seen Winsy do it in the past. Can we see Army Llama do the same thing? Type of fadeaway shot we saw in the past. Vertile has that high noon on the way, and that's going to be a big part of this fight. Pete has the Valkyrie. Let's see if he can use it, though, just to keep his team up for now. Army Llama sending his bomb up and over the top. Interesting route, and it catches 7-11 off guard. He didn't see that Diva bomb coming, and now he's caught out. Luzi, or Amun-Ra actually, teleporting up to the high ground, taking on the enemy Winston. He's going to get low and have to dive out Llama as a result. gets caught out. He's down and out right now. Hellfire have the advantage going into this fight. KO9 finds Army Llama out of his mech though, so right now these divas are dueling it out with each other as Amenrar on the Reaper is trying to chip away at Vertile, who's valiantly holding on. The Brave Monk is coming through right now on the Winston. He's low, but he's getting as much charge as he can. He lives, but not for too long as Amenrar does take him down. KO9 finds a big pick. And these picks are coming through, though, for Luzi and Mac right now, who are absolutely devastating the enemy team, finding the big picks right when they needed them to cap this point. Whew. Absolutely massive plays there. I think Hawkshaw might be rejoining us very soon, hopefully. How you doing, Hawkshaw?
Yes, sir. I'm back, I think. Yeah.
Let's go, yeah.
I'm not in the...
And so as we get Hawkshaw back into this right now, we have ultimates coming for both teams. Luzi with the pulse bomb on the way. Can he make it big? Isak has his nano, and the pulse bomb finds Vertile, who goes down big. 7-Eleven has a nano on the way, but I'm not sure if it's going to be enough. Mac right now finding big picks, but they're going both ways. This is getting as scrappy as it could possibly get. Both teams doing big things, and the nano is on the way right now. This could go either way as KO9 finds a big pick. On the point, Mac goes down. Vertile finds another pick for himself. Pete down as well right now. This is going to be a big hold as Hellfire going to have to recover and come back.
30 seconds.
All right, I think we should get Hawk back in here soon. Hawk, did my invite come through?
Yes.
All right, here we are. Welcome back. And how do you feel about this last fight? Obviously, the ultimates are seemingly in the favor a little bit of Hellfire. Who do you think is going to pull on top, Hawk?
Oh, man. Last fight already. The bomb coming out from KO9. We'll see if it gets anything. It doesn't. Army Llama with the bomb as well. Doesn't find anything, but two picks are going in the way of 4-3 Hellfire right now. And Mac coming in with this Primal Rage. Comes rifling on into Vertile. He's very low, and he falls to Mac. Lucy getting that kill on the 7-11 Brave Monk, the last one standing. He falls while antied. KO9 coming out on the stall on this Wrecking Ball. It's only a matter of time before he ends up falling here, I think. But the Riptire is coming out from Vertile here. We'll see if it gets anything. But nope, it gets destroyed by Lucy. KO9 getting very low. Genofriend falls as well. And this is going to, I think, look be a good fight for 4-3 Hellfire here. The Shatter not really going to get anything. The Pulse Bomb killing off Brave Monk, who uses that Shatter. Amenrar with the Death Blossom just for good measure. And 4-3 Hellfire does manage to clutch it out in the end.
And despite an early strong hold from Mountaineers, Hellfire does still manage to cap the point, although it's going to be Mountaineers with the time bank right now, so Hellfire going to have to do something to get it on the side. I got to say, after, being shut down so hard early and still managing to get all 3 points, in a way, momentum has sort of started swinging back to Hellfire. They have to try to find a way to keep it going in their favor.
Yeah, they'll have 1 minute to get this payload as far as they can possibly get it. And again, you said there is momentum for them. This is still winnable for 4-3 Hellfire. Not all hope is lost. And we'll see what they roll out here on. And I want to say as well, want to mention this again. We are at 266 followers on the 4-3 Esports Twitch channel. And at 300, we are going to do a giveaway of $30 in Blizzard balance. So get everyone you know to come in and join us in these matches. This is an absolutely insane hell of a game we're watching here, and join that giveaway as well.
Yeah,
$30. You can use it on anything in the Blizzard store. Anything for Overwatch, World of Warcraft, Hearthstone, even like the Activision games. Yeah,
there is an endless amount of options for that Battle.net balance as we go into this first map. Make sure you tell your friends because they don't want to miss out on this exciting tournament.
Exactly. Grand finals here. 2-1, 4-3 Hellfire. We'll see if they can make it 3-1 or if WVU will even it out. As we see Mac, Army Llama, and Amenrar just invading this high ground from WVU. They'll have to play a bit back, and Army Llama does get that kill onto Llama as WVU just staying on this high ground. This is a decent position for them, but 4-3 Hellfire does manage to take it from them. Sort of. Well, Mac has to sort of get back up there. Army Llama getting very low here. Gonna be DMAX'd if he's not careful enough.
Vertile's getting dove on. He finds himself out. Mac finds him down. This is
Both tanks are anti.
both tanks are anti now. Picks coming through though for Hellfire still. Gino Fran gets a big res off. Vertile's up, but the Brave Monk has his monkey ultimate, and he's not monkeying around. He's going in deep, and he's looking for that mercy in the skies, but he can't find it. He's going to be forced to beat around some other people on point anyways as picks come through. KO9 and 7-11 are trying to pull something through for Mountaineers, but that res from Pete's going to make it very hard. Brave Monk is still alive on this point. Now he gets nanoed. 7-11 with a big nano there. Amin-Ra is on to him. Yana Llama finds a big pick when Amin-Ra and the bomb goes up in the air. That's both Llamas doing something, but Army Llama's bomb is going to be rejected. It's going to be a zoning bomb at this point. Brave Monk still on this point somehow. He's going to get hit by a big Anthe, but he's still alive as Llama finds a pick. So does Lucy. It's back and forth all day long. Big pulse bomb, big bomb. KO9 comes in just in time, and the high noon is huge as well. WVU Mountaineers do hold, but after a pretty decent push from Hellfire. Oh, Amin-Ra didn't get the ult off. Oh no, he had it at the end. Yeah, just a little too late.
Yeah, from what I saw there, it looked like Army Llama just barely peeked that cart enough to get hit by that Devo bomb, and then as he got demeched, he got dead-eyed. How unlucky.
Absolutely.
Oh, man.
Oh.
And now, Mountaineers have 3 minutes and 24 seconds to push a little over halfway to this point, or just before this last corner here. But from my experiences on Rialto, it is always full holdable. So you never know, and we see this composition from 4-3 Hellfire. It's a bit similar. I feel like it's sort of a mix of what we've seen throughout these last 3 maps. We see the Rhine Diva with the Reaper Junkrat, and then the Moira Baptiste, which is a support line I haven't seen from this team yet. WVU running out on a bit of the same old that they've been running on and off throughout this game.
Yeah, that brawl coming through for both teams right now with the Diva as well. Different DPS and healers though, so really the tank lineup is the only thing that's the same for either one of these teams. Mountaineers coming in this with a big time bank. Let's see if they can do it.
Yeah, and it looks like Hellfire is doing what they did on their first defense, sort of staying on this high ground in this small room, this small hallway by the stairs, and they run out. Pete has to fade out immediately after getting stunned, and Nancy hits 2 on the side of 4-3 Hellfire. KO9 sends Isak right off the map. Vertile getting 2 picks, but the DPS for 4-3 Hellfire get 2 picks as well, but KO9 kills off Amin-Ra. Lucy getting another, but it's not going to be enough as he falls to KO9, and Army Llama is the last one left here on this point. And I think 4-3 Hellfire, they do have a recontest here. They're coming back quickly. Army Llama just going to be a little bit behind, which is going to be kind of unfortunate for 4-3 Hellfire. They'll have to be really quick here. They're WVU about to round this corner here, and we need to touch fast. Mac coming in. He does get here in time, but he's antied. He's gonna go down quickly if he's not careful enough. But the lamp from Isak able to keep him up for at least a little bit longer. But the shatter hits 4.
Brave Monk all day long, and a big high noon though, but doesn't find anything.
Laying down all of Hellfire, and the picks are just going all for WVU. KO9 kills off 2. The bomb for good measure, and they take Rialto.
Wow, so
it is 2-2.
We're at 2-2 right now. Both teams have had what I would consider to be a really dominant map. I don't know what to make of this. I mean,
yeah, it's been amazing.
I guess that one did go into overtime, but, you know, both teams have had just a really strong map in their favor, while the other 2 maps were pretty back and forth. So these teams a big shatter from Brave Monk, as we've been seeing all day long. This one was especially big, coming in clutch right at the end as well.
Absolutely.
And before we go to our quick little 3-minute intermission, I just want to talk about, make sure, again, tell your friends, your family, whoever you got, even if you only think they're slightly interested in Overwatch, surely they'll be interested in this insanely exciting match we have going on. Have them follow, and we'll even give you a chance to win that money. And we're going to hop into a 3-minute intermission, everybody. We will be right back. Make sure you stick around. You don't want to miss a thing.
Absolutely.
Sometimes I've been thinking of what to make of me and my memories. Sometimes I've been thinking of dreaming of.
All right, we're all here and ready to go. Wait, what round are we on? Round 5 now of the grand finals. OCS casted by 413. This is Division 2, baby, and we are going at it right now. Both teams really want this. It's hard to tell who's going to win. Clearly, both teams are in it to win it. We're 2-2 right now. We're as close as you can get. And even on top of that, our last control map saw 2 big comebacks. One was a 99-0. The other was an 87-0. Big comebacks for Mountaineers right now. We saw them perform big on control, but we also saw Hellfire take such an early lead on all of those maps that really this could go either way. And right now, it actually seems like Hellfire, unless they switch something up here, right now they're looking like they're on a bit of a dive comp, which I actually didn't expect to see from them. Obviously, if either team was going to run a dive, I would expect Mountaineers to try to run it wherever they can. They really like that dive. But right now, it's actually going to be Hellfire on the dive, on Control Center, which usually I would expect to be a brawl map. So clearly they know something I don't.
Yeah, it's definitely something you won't expect here. We'll see if they make the switch, though.
Round 1. Capture the objective.
They do.
Just the Reinhardt, Underbrack on this Reinhardt here. And looks like WVU is also running this brawl with the Rein Zarya. Both teams running the Junkrat Hanzo and the Lucio. Supports Baptiste, different from the Ana. Underbrack finds the main tank quickly. And Lucy is taking a little nap. No sleeping on the job, man. Amenwar wins the Junkrat duel versus Llama. And this is looking to be 4-3 Hellfire's point. Clean fight win.
Very much
point
so.
control.
Big cleanup picks at the end coming through for Amenwar as Hellfire rolls onto this point, starts taking the percentage. And this is something we saw on pretty much every control map. I think every one.
Inksplosh has the window.
Inksplosh with the window now. These Vaps for Hellfire have just had these windows online all day long.
Fire strike
is ready. Gino Fran goes down. Big shatter from Anubarak. One of the Brave Monks goes down yet again to that Reinhardt. Brave Monk right now trying to catch his footing. Anubarak making big plays all over the place right now. Losing getting the cleanup kills after breaking into this fight. Big team effort here from Hellfire to take an early lead. We've seen this before. Can they hold on to it this time?
Definitely. Another quick window, this time from Inksplash, building that window really fast, and now 4-3 Hellfire, up 40% to this point. They have the DPS ults, but looks like WVU, they're going to have some answers here. They have a few ults to work with themselves. Both DPS ults coming out from 4-3 Hellfire. Lucy gets the kill onto Llama, and Amenwar gets that Riptire kill onto KO9. And another steamroll fight win from 4-3 Hellfire here.
Wow, both teams had picks all over the place there, but at the end of the day, Hellfire really just steamrolling through. Big play from them, and now ultimates are online for WVU Mountaineers. In fact, almost every ultimate is online for WVU Mountaineers, and 70% right now in favor of Hellfire and counting. The Mountaineers try to roll into this point. Big tire coming out from Llama early. Can it hit? He's delaying it. He's letting the enemy team think they're fine. As the Immor goes down, it comes out. Doesn't get anything except for Winsy's out of his mech. Now the mirror. Big shatter, big dragon, big grab. Ultimates are coming through for both teams, but the grab dragon on the side of Mountaineers at the end seems to catch the most. Picks are going down as Anubarak gets launched up in the air, trying to pin Brave Monk. Just misses, and as we've seen every single time, we see it yet again. 98% goes to Hellfire. Mountaineers cap the point. Hellfire right now. If I'm Hellfire, I'm not using a single ultimate till I got all 6 of them, and I'm using them all at once because I don't want to lose this. I want to get this after giving up so many close maps.
Exactly. They don't want this story repeating for the 4th time or for the 3rd time here. They have these ultimates.
Big anti as well.
Uses this Dragon Strike early, but the anti from... But both beats on both sides coming out. Underbrack with the shadow doesn't find anything. Now Brave Monk aggresses in quickly with this nano boost.
Brave Monk blocks shatter and now can go in.
Brave Monk is trapped, but it's not going to matter as Genofran gets the kill onto Underbrack, and now it's going to be a clean fight win from WVU Mountaineers.
Brave Monk blocked that shatter early and just got free reign to swing after, and now he still retains his shatters. Both Junkrat's probably going to come in with a tire here. Coming into this fight where Anubarak trying to get his team through this small little choke point. Mountaineers actually backing off. They didn't quite feel like they had the numbers maybe to hold that door. Now Vertile with the dragon is ready. Brave Monk has his Shatter, as we've said before, he's coming in swing on a Nubrek, getting him weak, and now the tire comes through, the dragon comes through, and so does the Shatter. Shatter isn't going to find much, but a pick falls off. Amun-Rar's tire does. Come through the back line, find KO9 down. That's a big pick for Hellfire, but right now Llama has his tire as well to fire back with big mirror from Ink Splash. These mirrors have been out all day, and here comes another one. The tire comes through from Llama. It's going to go on up. Find him winning the Junkrat duel, and Ultimate will do that for you. Winsy trying to duel out this Junkrat right now, trying to get Llama out of his face. He has to try to use those boosters to get out of there right now. And Nubrek trying to fight back to this point. This could be last fight. Nano coming through onto the Brave Monk. Hellfire's going to be forced to back off. 90% of Nubrek goes down. Hellfire, it's happening. 90% Amun-Ra finds a pick. Will it be enough? As right now the Mountaineers are looking at yet another comeback from over 90%. Octave, though, gonna maybe get the overtime touch, and he does. The dragon coming through from spawn, from losing. Ink Splash goes down low. Will it be enough as a big shatter to cap things off from the Brave Monk, as always? Big shatter coming through yet again, and it's gonna be a pretty good map. Right now, if I'm Hellfire, I don't know what to think. I mean, this keeps happening over and over again. What's the magic here?
I don't know what the magic is, but whatever it is, 4-3 Hellfire really needs to find an answer to it, or else they're going to end up, or else this story is going to end up repeating and repeating again on Lijiang Tower here.
And while it's obvious to me that there is some form of magic taking place, some of our more skeptical viewers might be looking for a bit more realistic interpretation of how that went. Why do you think it is, Hawkshaw, that the Mountaineers keep giving up so much percentage early and yet completely reverse sweeping it back almost every time?
I think it's like, well, if I'm on the side of Mountaineers, you know it's adrenaline rush when you're down 90%. You just need to go in there and do whatever you can to end up gaining that point. And it's working out for WVU every time so far here. And now they're on this ball monkey comp with the Echo. So, and I think this could work. Vertile gets that headshot kill onto Lucy, the farmer. See, I don't know if it's going to work when you have Vertile on this McCree, just who can get such immense value so easily.
Big ante from 7-Eleven too. Pretty much forces all of Hellfire to back up, and still Nubrek goes down to the team as Winsy finds a little cleanup pick there.
Yeah, and
not even cleanup at that point, actually. It's just a pick on the way out, hopefully. Maybe gives you a little bit of spawn advantage now. But I gotta say, with WVU, you know, even the most docile of animal, you get in a corner, it's going to fight back as hard as it can. And WVU is certainly not docile at all. So when they're down 99, you know they're coming with conviction. Hellfire has to be ready for it this time. But now things have flipped. Hellfire actually losing the first percentage here, so maybe the script has turned. Nubrek coming in with big swings, wants to reverse this back. That's a big mirror coming out from Octave early. Well, not super early after 30%, but comes out just in time, I should say, as Gino Friend takes down the Immor. That window is still there. Goes down now. Big pin from the Echo, followed by a big shatter and nade combination for all of WVU. These nades from 7-Eleven have been there all day long. There's a picture coming through. Llama finds Octave down. A big shatter comes through, though. Not sure if it's going to be enough, but another shatter from the Echo, as you said. Gino Friend finds a move there at the end. I gotta say, stunning stuff from both teams, but these nanos, Hawkshaw, been online all day long for 7-Eleven.
Yeah, and he has one right here, and you know, Llama with that third shatter, he didn't really find anything from what I saw, but you know, you gotta flex it. You build 3 shatters with that duplicate, and now this is going to be an even bigger obstacle for 4-3 Hellfire as they're running into 5 ultimates here, 5, and they're down 72%. They're trying to gain presence on this point here. They seem to have a little bit more, but this minefield is coming out, and that's going to be trouble for 4-3 Hellfire. Lucy in the back with this Deadeye, seeing what he can get out of it. It just zones everyone out, and now Hellfire trying to aggress, but this nano boost is back, and it's on Brave Monk, and he's going insane in the backline as Vertile gets the Deadeye kill into Ink Splash, and this is all going to pieces for 4-3 Hellfire. Picks going the way of WVU Mountaineers, and this is likely going to be it as Winsy gets demeched, and he's the last one standing on the point, and that is a dominant second point from WVU Mountaineers. They are up 3-2 in this series.
If it was hard to win when you're down 99, or when you're up 99, it's going to be even harder to win when you don't have anything. Mountaineers, after coming back so many times that time, make a very impressive hold on that point. Just want to tell you guys right now, by the way, if you haven't seen it in chat yet, we got a $30 BattleNet Balance giveaway at 300 followers. We're currently at 266. Tell your friends, tell your family. Make sure you hit that follow button so you can have a chance at that giveaway. And make sure you follow as well so that you don't miss out on whatever comes after this right now when the OCS Grand Finals. And it couldn't get more exciting. I got to tell you guys, make sure you stick around for the rest of this.
Definitely.
All right, we are back, everybody, with the grand finals of OCS Division 2, casted by 413. Thank you, guys. Make sure you hit that follow button. I really appreciate everyone coming out and talking in the chat. Make sure you show support for your team. They're certainly going to need it right now, as everything could come down to the wire. We are sitting right now 2-3, Mountaineers up one map. This could be the last map if the Mountaineers win it, so Hellfire have to try to hold on right now to their hopes of winning these grand finals. They're certainly going to need your support in chat, everybody. Make sure you hit that follow button so that our $30 BattleNet Balance giveaway can happen, and you can have a chance. $30 just for a follow, man. That's a pretty good deal.
Absolutely. You can use that money anywhere on the Blizzard store, as we've mentioned. Any game there, Overwatch, Hearthstone, World of Warcraft, any of the Activision games as well. So bring everyone you know and join this giveaway. It's going to be hyped.
Make sure you check out 413.com as well as 413e.com/shop. Our merchandise just launched. Make sure you check it all out. Join our Discord and everything as we go into Eichenwald right now. Hellfire trying to hold on desperately. Both teams running a brawl comp as you would expect to see, especially on this first point. 7-11 on the Ana. That's going to be big. The Nanos and the Antis have been coming through all day. Those Antis just don't stop right now. If you're Winsy, you're scared of those Antis. You're watching out for it.
Yeah, and looks like WVU coming in really aggressively here, and Hellfire is being forced to just back up, but they're trying to resist. But Winsy falls to those sticky bumps, but Amanmar gets the kill on the Brave Monk. So it's an even fight here with the main tank down for WVU. Amanmar saved from those sticky bumps with that bubble from Mac. And now Lucy gets that kill into Llama, and this is looking like a go again for WVU Mountaineers. And Isak taking a small nap here.
Oh, he goes down! That's actually a giant pick for Mountaineers. They're going to push into this point with one down. Now they have spawn, and one is down. Brave Monk just holding. He's in the trap, but he doesn't mind. He's going to hold this door. That's a huge sleep and pick. Isak gets caught out. Gino Fran finds Lucy, and now it's going to be extra hard to push into this point. Winsy has to do something. He has the shatter advantage if he can build it, but he goes down before he can get it. Now Brave Monk going to be able to make that up as he gets some picks on the point here. Brave Monk showing up big. Llama finds the Junkrat. The Coalescence is still here, though, Pete. You gotta take him down. He finds Vertile. He's fading away, stalling the point out for his team. Brave Monk, though, going to be able to clean up. And with that, Mountaineers take a pretty good push. 5 minutes on the clock still.
That's such an unlucky sleep onto Isak. That just went so downhill after that pick went through.
7-11, too, as well, as we pointed out, showing up in the kill feed there.
Yeah, been absolutely massive plays from 7-11 throughout this entire game so far. And now we're onto cart phase here. Second point, Amanmar with this Riptire as well as the dragons from Lucy. We'll see what these can find. I remember I guess they call it the Brave Monk. I think that's what these teams want. But the grab dragon combo coming out from WVU, it's not enough for 4-3 Hellfire as 3 kills come in from Vertile. 4, I should add. And Amanmar gets cleaned up by Llama, and that's it. A clean fight win from WVU Mountaineers. It looks good for 4-3 Hellfire going into that, but the grab dragon combo is so devastating. It just absolutely plowed through 4-3 Hellfire, and now WVU has 4 minutes to just round this corner onto this bridge, and 4-3 Hellfire, they have these tankles to work with here. So it could go well for them, unless this copy comes in from Llama.
A big ante from 7-11 is going to force up the beat as well. Big shatter, big grab, big copy comes through Hellfire.
Big shatter,
Big shatter, the pin off the map. There's some Reinhardt's having some troubles here, but Brave Monk hits that big shatter like you said, and he's going to clean up this point. Plenty of picks for Brave Monk here.
That looks so good for 4-3 Hellfire. They got, what, 2-3 picks going into that?
Wow.
Oh my
You're
goodness.
right. Big comeback fight for WVU. Take down Vertile, or Isak. Goes down to Vertile. Brave Monk is swinging. He wants this point, but he goes down with the Dragons coming in a little right after. Luzi does find him. Coalescence from Pete following up. Looks like Hellfire's going to be able to stall out this point as Vertile goes down, but Llama finds the pick. It's not over yet. You got to be careful. Those pulse bombs and echo stickies are going to be big. Gino Fran comes through with a pick, though. Not going to be quite enough. He's going to have to reset himself. So with that, he hopes maybe he can respawn. Maybe he can push this quickly as the McCree's coming back from spawn.
Yeah, 4-3 Hellfire getting back to recontest just in the nick of time allowed the last respawns to come in, and they took that last fight right when they needed it here. And that's been the story for both sides all game here. Just getting those saves when right as they need it. And now, looking at these ultimate economies, this is looking like it favors Hellfire as that shatter comes out. It doesn't not really much follow-up. Winsy finds 2 with that shatter, but like I said, not much follow-up. The Dragon Strike coming in as well. Mac is taking a nap. This is not going to look good here. And he's antied. This is not looking good for Mac. He needs to be careful or else he's going to die. He gets to go into Brave Monk anyway. Oh my god.
Mac just said call an ambulance, but not for me. Brave Monk is down. KO9 finding a pick might not be enough. High Noon coming just to zone the enemy team out a little bit more. 2 minutes are on the clock right now for Mountaineers. They do have plenty of time to grab Dragon. Coming up is going to be big for them. If you're Hellfire, you got to try to watch out for that and do whatever you can. Maybe Mac can make a big play here. If he stays out of that grab Dragon, or even if he's in it, he could look to push the entire team back and maybe off this bridge. It's really hard to push across this bridge with a hog ulting.
Oh, the anti again.
The anti again right on top of the grab. Big coordination coming through from Mountaineers. The Dragon hits hard and hits home as Pete has another Coalescence coming out here, but it's not going to do much. That grab Dragon's been online all day long, but 7-Eleven even has these antis just on point. I mean, absolutely a magical touch with these anti-nates.
Definitely. A smack gets solo shattered. Oh my god.
Wow.
Sad. That's a sad hog there. Absolutely bullied.
Big solo shatter. Winsy goes down trying to pin the enemy team out, and he gets caught in the enemy team. Now Brave Monk holding this corner. This is pretty big here for Mountaineers. A strong push, still 2 minutes on the clock. Hellfire could still hold it back, but right now they got a lot of ultimates coming in, so they got to get together, get this beat, and use Max ult to maybe keep the enemy team away. The beat comes through, and there goes Cadavin. He's gonna get stunned. He got stunned. He got hog tipped by the enemy Echo copying him, and now Big Hammer down comes through, and now it's the enemy Echo who's gonna have her own ultimate on the way. Sleep comes through, not sure what it caught, but knowing 7-Eleven, it probably got something. Now the point being stalled out by Hellfire, cleaned up by Mountaineers. Brave Monk finding some big picks here. Will it be enough? Are they going to have a way to stall this out? Winsy's on the point, bonking people around like he likes to do. Immortality's up, and Winsy is just trying to stall this out. You might not see him on the ball often, but it's a great stall pick right now. He's keeping everything alive, and Hellfire is recovering his picks. Start coming through just in time again for Mountaineers now. They could still win this. Another pick for the Brave Monk. He's been big in the kill feed all day long, and a big shatter and anti combo with the grab yet again coming out from this team. These antis are everywhere.
Oh my god, the momentum for WVU is absolutely insane right now. They had how many ultimates going into that last fight? 3? And they had just used 1 or 2 the fight before. It's again the same story of cycling ultimates and working and using them efficiently. And that is what is winning WVU these rounds so often. And
something I think we absolutely have to mention right now is, I think we touched on it earlier, but so earlier in this in these playoffs, there was a match. It was Hellfire versus WVU Mountaineers. You might have checked it out. If you did, if you didn't, I think there's a VOD you should definitely look at. But if you actually see that in that match, Hellfire 3-0'd Mountaineers to send them down to the losers bracket. Meanwhile, right now, Mountaineers is ahead on Eichenwald. They capped all 3. Let's see if Hellfire can do something back, but they went through the losers bracket and are now facing the team that 3-0'd them, and they're up right now. What a stunning comeback underdog story. And matching that theme were those early control points and even the other points. Kings Row, Rialto both went into extra time, and now we're on Eichenwald here for what is certainly going to be a very decisive map either way.
Definitely. WVU really wants this revenge here, getting 3-0 by 4-3 Hellfire, and now they're seeing each other again here, and they're up 3-2 right now, and we'll see if they can hold off this attack from 4-3 Hellfire, or if Hellfire can push through it and send this to extra rounds.
And a quick shout out to the people from OCS Division 4 in the chat. Big support for you guys. Big championship happened there. Very entertaining matches. Now both teams pushing into each other. Winsy finds an early pick. His Mac, his Roadhog helps him out there, and he gets the Rhine diff. Now KO9 is going to find Amonrar down. Isak, though, takes him out as well. Isak finding big picks here, and Transcendence may be no mirror, but maybe Isak could build it just as early, right? Luzi, with a bit of intuition and wishful thinking, finds 7-11. That's a big pick as they start to clean up this point. Brave Monk comes in, isn't going to find anything. He's just stalling it out. Now, big push really early here from Hellfire, trying to take momentum back in their favor.
Very clean point take from 4-3 Hellfire. That early pick onto the Brave Monk, absolutely what Hellfire needed. When the main tank goes down in this Rhine Zarya comp, it just goes downhill from there usually. And that was the same case for WVU here. Now they'll have to hold on the second point. They do have this high ground though, and Hellfire, at least a few of them, are going to approach the staircase here.
Mountaineers coming down off the high ground as Hellfire with the staircase. The mirror from behind. Lindsay finds a big llama, finds one, but the big hammer comes through. Amonrar finds the mercy. Hellfire with yet another outstanding rotation. Start taking the stairs, catch Mountaineers behind, and that's a big rotation there from Hellfire.
I think 4-3 Hellfire has found their groove again. They've regained their mental here after such a last few devastating rounds on the last few maps, and they're looking to bring this back. They're not going down without a fight here.
Oh!
Winsy with the pin! Oh my god!
Both Reinhardts battle it out. Big pin comes through. Brave Monk goes down. Winsy with what an aggressive pin. Finds the enemy team lacking. Catches them hard. What a great play by Winsy there to push the enemy team in. And with 4 minutes on the clock and 10 seconds and more to go, it's going to be a hard cap. You're going to have Mountaineers getting last second touch with a lot of ultimates here. They don't have the Grab Dragon quite yet. The adaptive circuits are engaging. Llama swinging on the enemy Reinhardt. Shatter comes in. Doesn't catch too much, but it's going to apply just the pressure. Llama needs to get on this point. Picks are coming through like crazy. One of those is Mac taking down the enemy main healer as Amonrar trades it out as well. Both teams finding big picks here, but at the end of the day, Hellfire is trading it out. Dragon comes through to try to stall out the point. Isak's actually going to use his his Transcendence rather, to stay alive here. His picks come through from Vertile, just trying desperately to hold this point. But right now, Hellfire has the point. Hellfire has the time bank. They said, hold on, Mountaineers, we're not done yet. And they're climbing back into this one. We have a match on our hands.
Hellfire is absolutely saying, not today! They're up. They've capped both points. They've capped 2 of 3 points so far, and they have 5 minutes to get this third one. This is looking great for them, and Winsy has this shatter. Unless 7-11 can answer with a great nano of his. And
big shatter! Winsy gets them all. He's going in hard. That's Winsy, baby. Big shatter cleans up the point.
Oh my god!
Winsy with a big shatter today. We haven't seen him on the Reinhardt really, and now he's coming up big today. Brave Monk, he obviously plays right. We didn't see it, but Brave Monk comes in now with the hook.
Gets close again. Brave Monk is down early again.
Melted Brave Monk is. KO9 finds a pick, but will it be enough as Llama goes down? Picks are coming through for Hellfire all over the place. Lucy, particularly, has 3 to 4 picks this fight as the Diva goes down. Brave Monk has a stall at the last second. Is he going to get melted just as quick as before? Almost. The Tracer is there, but no one's going to touch in time as Hellfire flips the momentum back in their favor. Big time bank for Hellfire right now.
This is everything Hellfire could have asked for and more for this attack. 4 minutes left on that clock, capping all 3 points. They've regained their momentum, and it showed throughout that attack. And they're looking to take this map, and it's looking to be in their favor so far with this massive time bank advantage. We'll see what these two teams roll out on here. It's going to be an intense extra round.
Wow, and it's funny enough, I mean, we've seen multiple Reinhardts today on the side of Hellfire, and they've all played pretty great, and that's something I think that's really cool to see when you can just switch out players like that, even on the same role, and make it work. shows that the whole team's on the same page here. And I really like it, but Winsy just absolutely stunning us there, coming in clutch with the shatter right when you need it. And I got to say that early shatter the early shatters were coming in big, but to get such a big shatter so late in the game almost means a lot more because, you know, you've had time to sort of learn and prepare for these shatters, but something about throwing Winsy in fresh on the Reinhardt almost resets the Reinduel in Brave Monk's mind, maybe. Really good choice from Hellfire. Winsy showing up big in the clutch there.
Yeah, for sure. And yeah, like you said, I think it's definitely throwing off Brave Monk with Winsy on this Reinhardt. We haven't seen too much of it today. He's been on the D.Va more than he has on the Rein today, and they're holding super close here. And both Reins go down early, but
2020 Reinhardt, 2021 Reinhardt, I guess.
True, absolutely true. And now Hellfire retreats to point as they wait for Winsy to come back. The spawn advantage is in favor of the attackers here as the Brave Monk is coming back. Well, no, they're about even, as Winsy is back now.
The rollout on this map is so big for Reinhardt. Just gets such a big comeback, and that's going to let Winsy not really matter too much that he died as long as he got the trade. Llama does find a big pick on Omnar from the high ground, and that's going to be down here. Taking that high ground, that's big for them. A big anti comes through. Winsy's low, and he's antied. Brave Monk, meanwhile, was behind him the whole time, just cleaning up. Brave Monk making another big play on the point here, and he is swinging like a mad lad, helping his team cap this point. Clean up picks coming through. Big plays by the DPS, just getting all the time they can muster out of this enemy team.
God damn, Brave Monk is making his presence once again here. Killing out, what, at least 3 in that fight? And now...
I don't know how this guy does it.
he's nuts. And now both Reins are around even in Earth Shatter charge here. And now... But look at the DPS ultimates for the side of WVU. They are way ahead of 4-3 Hellfire. Hellfire will have to think of a hell of an answer here as the Dragon Strike comes out. Doesn't really find anything, but it does split off Hellfire a bit. 10 seconds left, and now WVU is just under this arch. The Nano coming in, the Deadeye coming out. Brave Monk going in aggressively. Oh! Shattered! Oh!
It got delayed by so long! A big delayed shatter!
Oh my god, this is
a reverse shatter! Both Reins shatters, and the Transcendence, and the Molten Core, and the Roadhog ultimate coming through big right now. Mountaineers, Hellfire, big picks, big plays, and the Mountaineers did get the point. But will it be enough? 4-minute time bank from Hellfire.
Yeah, that's a lot of time to work with. They need to use it wisely here. Hellfire needs to use this time wisely. If they do that, they will definitely be taking this map and once again evening out this series. 3-3 apiece, but we'll see what for sure happens because you never know. And
make sure you guys follow. By the way, we're at. Let me check your. How many followers have we gotten? We're at 268, everybody. So we're even closer. We are getting there again. Make sure you hit that follow button so you don't miss a thing, and so you have a chance to be entered into that $30 giveaway. What a valuable follow that could be.
Exactly.
That's one of the most valuable follows I've ever heard of. In fact.
Yeah, like $30 for free? Dude, I'll take that.
Yeah, the follow economy might be screwed up after what we're doing. It's such a great deal. Make sure you guys get on it, get in on it while you can. Hit that follow button right now on Eichenwald. Max on the Roadhog, that's a signature character. Winsy's on the Reinhardt. We've seen him play big. Mountaineers coming out on a more standard brawl, trying to play something that doesn't let them get this first point. Hellfire is going to steamroll here if they can get these ultimates and if they can use that defensive ultimate well, but Mountaineers could steamroll if they use their ults well, as we know they do all day. Either team has a huge path to victory. Let's see how it goes.
Yeah, we see Hellfire just approaching under this arch like usual here. And let's see where they go. They're going down the left side. Winsy gets stunned up, and he's super low. They have to use that immortality field to keep him alive, which I don't think is good if you're on the side of 4-3 Hellfire. That's a really early immortality field. And now Winsy aggressing in really quickly, but Vertal takes off Pete's head there. Winsy falls. Brave Monk falls though to Lucy and the help of Isak with that Discord orb. So I feel like if Hellfire retreats now, they could end up getting their respawns back and maybe, just maybe, re-aggressing and taking the point. But we'll see. Brave Monk already seems to be back though.
Yeah. got back right away, as right now it seems like Hellfire were holding up just to cause pressure.
The Transcendence already!
Transcendence already as the High Noon comes through. Big hook. Llama's down. Transcendence comes through. Dragon also. Mountaineers are down. They're down ults and they're down players, but Vertile finds a pick. That's huge. That can give them the time they need to stall this out. Amin-Ra coming through with a pick in the molten core. The turret finds 2 now. That was such a genius turret placement. Put it behind the enemy team, so when they tried to retreat, they couldn't. The turret caught them, and now Mountaineers have to make a huge hold here, or we could be going to a 3-3, baby. Mountaineers, they have to try to hold this at the gate, which is just such a hard place to hold sometimes.
Yeah, and especially when they have to do it for 2 minutes and 30 seconds here, they're already almost there. If literally this gate just opens, they'll be pretty much almost there.
Very true. I don't know. Mountaineers, they have a plan. Hopefully a pick comes through. The ultimates are coming, but Hellfire have 2 picks. Big shatter for the Brave Monk, and that's exactly what they need. He finds 3 with it! 3! Now comes through after the better. That's exactly, but he goes down. Lucy has an ultimate. Wait a minute, it's not yet. He gets slapped. He's still on the point. He's dead. He is down. What a scrappy fight. But if you're Mountaineers, you're pacing. You're running to get back to this point as fast as you can because you don't know if you can make it. Hellfire's here, and they're ready to brawl you on this point. You have to stall somehow. The DPS and Lucio are trying to stall it right now. KO9.
Will anyone touch?
Will anyone touch? The push is coming through. No, they're not. They're there. And the card is going to go and get their KO9 goes down right before the beat, though. That's a huge pick from Hellfire. The anti, though, Lindsay is low. Immortality could go down, and Lindsay could die right now, but it doesn't. Immortality stands strong as Mac has the ultimate, pushing the enemy team off. Their main tank goes down, but so does Isak. He was 99 to Transcendence. That's a huge pick. Mac finds 2, and this fight is getting scrappy as another pick comes through from Pino Friend. Oh my lord, this is going every which way. Someone has to touch Pino Friend as the last one. It's just Pino Friend on the point. He's going to stay. KO9's coming back. If he can find a pick here, if he just enough, the grab comes through. That could be big, and exactly what they need. But ultimates are coming through for Hellfire. They say no way, and Hellfire is going to tie this thing up. We're 3-3, everybody. Woo! Oh my god.
3, 2, 3. Hellfire is gaining back this momentum again and again, just more and more. As I said earlier in this map. And it is showing more and more. They take this map. It is still going for 4-3 Hellfire. They still have a chance at this grand finals. It is 3-3.
This is so intense. I'm still losing my voice, but don't worry. I think I'll be okay. This is an insane match of Overwatch again. Make sure you guys hit that follow button and make sure you check out what you're seeing in chat. $30 BattleNet balance giveaway. Make sure you also check out the new merch store, 413e.com/shop. Make sure you check it out and get yourself some cool merch if you want. And make sure you follow for that giveaway. We'll be right back after 3 minutes. We're in the finals, and it is 3-3. This one's going to come down right to the wire. Make sure you guys stick around. And we are back yet again. I know you guys didn't think we'd be back, but we are coming in, continuing our cast and our coverage of this amazing grand finals match. It's been so back and forth, and as a theme the whole time, comeback after comeback for both teams, the momentum just swings back and forth and back and forth. And right now, we're sitting 3-3 with Temple Anubis potentially, unless we get a draw, being the last map here. Either team could take it home. They've both gotten so far. This is as far as you can get. They've both gotten literally up to the last map to decide who could take home the grand finals. I'm so excited, Hawkshaw.
Map 7! Let's go, dude. This is insane.
Let's go. I couldn't have said it better myself. He perfectly encapsulated the feeling of this map 7. I mean, wow.
Absolutely. This is absolutely hype. And
I seriously can't wait. I mean, both teams have been playing great all day long. We've seen subs, we've seen composition swaps, but what we've seen all day is some really gosh dang great Overwatch. It's been stunning, and it's been such a good time. I can't tell you. Make sure you guys follow, because you don't want to miss out on this stuff, and make sure you tell your friends as well. We're going into Temple of Anubis.
Absolutely, and we're seeing the Reinhog again coming out from 4-3 Hellfire. This has been working for them throughout the last couple maps we have seen. Mac on this hog being an absolute force. And they're going against the monkey ball, which hog, is pretty good against that sort of tank line. So I think this has to favor 4-3 Hellfire, but we'll see here. Winsy gets antied and the immortality fruit comes out, but Vertal gets the kill onto Isak. So I may have been wrong, but we'll see. Hellfire retreats into this mini room. Mac does get the kill on KO9 on the wrecking ball. Winsy retreats to the point as well, but he falls to the DPS, and Vertal gets the kill on Pete as well.
Big picks coming through for WVU right now, cleaning up the point. Brave Monk goes down as well. It's getting a little too scrappy for comfort. Vertal's going to find Mac. That's a big pick. He's a big player. And with 3 minutes still to go, they're going to add time for this cap as well. Mountaineers make an impressive first push. A little bit of cap, a little bit of a stall. Zenyatta was waiting for that. Got a little bit of extra time out of it there.
Now that's 2.5 minutes left, and now WVU has 5 minutes and 40 seconds for point B here. And they have this Nano Blade combo and the copy ready to go. This is going to be ugly for 4-3 Hellfire.
WVU rolling in from the right side now on this dive comp. It's going to be hard to get through that door, though. You have this Reinhardt, this hog holding it ball, makes that space, though. As your monkey dives in with the nano, comes through, so does a lot of it. Multi-core, Nano Blade, Mirror. Pete goes down, Mac finds the Brave Monk. That's a big pick, taking down the main tank, but this Dragon Blade's going to be big. He's already found a couple, and Vertile wants to follow up on it. He goes down, though. Uzi with a big play. Isak stalling this point. WVU Mountaineers, despite all the ult, still haven't gotten a pick for committing more ultimates to this fight. Copying the Roadhog, and he's dueling Mac. Llama has the ultimate. He's going to push them off the point. Hopefully they can get this tick. You'd want to have to invest in all these ultimates, but big stalls are going to come through from the enemy team. Isak, Amenrar, they are on the point, making sure no cap comes through, and Hellfire is going to have a hard time giving them this tick as Mountaineers has the monkey ult to make the space off the point, but the supports are still here. They're still in the back of the point. The draw comes through. High Noon doesn't get much. KO9 finds one with his mines, and this is getting so scrappy. This fight lasting just as long as all the others this map. As surely Mountaineers start prevailing. They start finding the picks right where they need it. Llama gets low, Mac goes down instead. Amenrar is low. Isak coming to the point. It's going to go down here, though, if he isn't too evasive. Right now, he's just trying to stall for his team. Mountaineers have one tick. Can they get the second? They got it. Right now, Luzi is on the point. Tracer, Ball, Moira, everyone's stalling this thing out, but the picks are still coming through for the Mountaineers right now as they're going to try to hold on and secure this third pick. Gino Fran getting the headshots on that Lucio. Amenrar finding a pick right where you need it. Stall out this point. He could have just done it. Mac goes down. So does Amenrar, but Amenrar finds a pick before he goes down. Pulse Bomb goes through. Vertile goes down. He pulse bomb nothing, but Luzi's on the point, stalling right now. The ball punches the other ball, and that one goes down. Baby, we're on this point. This fight has lasted so unbelievably long, Hawkshaw.
The classic 2CP second point fight, and now picks seem to be finalizing here for WVU Mountaineers, but Winsy's still on this ball, still stalling it out. But the respawns, though, they're taking a little bit, and they cannot touch. That's 3 minutes and 32 seconds left on this clock for WVU Mountaineers. While it may have lasted a bit long, that's a good time bank considering how Temple of Anubis can be. Very well done there from WVU.
Yeah, really good time bank despite a really good stall from Hellfire that made that fight last longer than long. Mountaineers held on tight and just played really solid, as you have to if you're trying to attack that second point on this map. And now they got a big time bank for it. Hellfire's got a challenge up ahead of them.
Absolutely. We'll see what they roll out with. The Hog didn't really work out on the first point for them. I mean, it sort of did on the second with the stalls coming out, but I don't know. Maybe Hellfire needs to change something up, or maybe they're just more of an attack team. I know that sometimes I'm feeling more of an attack player myself, you know? You got that feeling?
Oh, for sure. For sure.
Yeah.
You know, especially when you go down on defense, you're always more of an attack team after that happens.
Mm-hmm.
I just want to remind you guys yet again, we got to hit that follow button. We got to get that giveaway going, guys. $30 Battle.net balance. Please hit that follow button if you haven't already, because we got an exciting match in store. 32 more followers, guys. Make sure you tell your friends about it, and we could get there today. If we get enough hype and enough people, we can make it.
It's definitely an exciting match. Map 7, by the way. This is incredible.
Everyone's pouring in here now to watch. This could be the final round of the game right now. Mountaineers want to hold on strong. Hellfire wants to keep it alive. What's going to happen is down to the wire. I'm sweating. I'm nervous. Knees weak, arms are heavy. But here we go into this point. honestly, Hellfire not running onto the ball here. They have the Mac, they have the Roadhog Reinhardt tank combo coming in with pretty similar comp they ran last time. Now Mac coming in, looking for a hook. That shield's going to keep Brave Monk, though, safe for now. He can hold this high ground just fine. Hook comes through, doesn't really do too much, though. It seemed like
oh my
7-11.
god, that nade!
A big nade and a big pick to follow. Luzi goes down to 7-11, and that could cause a big stall here for WVU. Early, Hellfire might have to retake the fight.
That's one of many massive anti-nades coming out from 7-11, and he's already at 60% to this nano. Pete, however, with 4-3 Hellfire stalling in that little mega room, has
another big anti. Max one. That nade came from nowhere. That nade came from across the map. Oh my gosh. Isak finds a big pick. It's even now, but the rest comes through. 7-11 is on the point fighting off a Reaper, and he's going to get the anti on that one as well. This Ana is in the back left corner getting nades all the way up on the high ground to kill Max somehow. Absolutely cracked out of their mind, this Ana. Vertile, though, finds a big pick. Aminor goes down. That's a nice headshot, and another one to follow. Vertile dominating the kill feed. Hellfire is going to have to recoup yet again.
Absolutely massive plays from WVU Mountaineers there, and Winsy just that last little pick. Back on this wrecking ball, though, we see him. Look at him. He's in the top left room. Oh no, this could be ugly. He's on 7-11 right now. The sleep dart.
Oh, he gets away. 7-11 lives.
Barely. He barely survived that. He was like a little under half.
Wow. It came absolutely down to the wire there, but he stayed alive. 7-11 finds another way to pull some magic out. Make it happen. A lot of ultimates are online for WVU. It's going to be a hard fight to win for Hellfire. They have to try to take it dry maybe right now, but coming into the point, every single ultimate is online for Mountaineers, and they can kind of just use that to their advantage with an early pick coming through. Big shatter hits. Llama has too, and they nano. They really don't have to use anything else here, as the Transcendent's going to come in next fight for Hellfire. That would be their path to victory. Next fight, they're going to have to try to use this trans for big things. The point is slowly getting cleaned up by Mountaineers, who are making an impressive showing. We are a minute and 37 away from what could be the end. If Hellfire doesn't scrap something together, they got to try to take a dry fight and get these ultimates out of the way.
Winsy switching to this Roadhog, and Isak has this Transcendence. If I'm going to use it for anything, I'm going to use it for this Grab Dragons combo. That's really the only viable thing to use it against, because we know how deadly the Grab Dragons combo is. Mac, on this high ground though, slams onto the Ash Mercy duo, but doesn't really find anything with it. Looks like the rest of Hellfire is sort of just playing back. Windy's sort of approaching the point here. Missed that hook. Pete goes down to Llama again. Llama just getting these picks left and right. Lucy on this Genji as well, I want to point out. And gets that punch in there.
Llama, man, he's popping off, and they don't even have to use any ultimates now, so Hellfire is going to have to try to use that Transcendence big here, but right now, Aminor is actually getting kind of staggered on the point. He teleports out, though, so maybe he survives. He does. Isak goes down to Llama, who's been popping off, absolutely clutching out here at the end, doing everything he can to hold on to this for his team. 30 seconds left. Mac goes down. So with every ultimate online, will the Transcendence from Isak be enough to let his team cap this point? Can Hellfire still have a shot?
Well, it's going to
Big shatter! That's a stagger shatter! Oh no! That's a stagger shatter. Winsy goes down, and that's unfortunate. You only have 14 seconds left. That's a huge shatter from Brave Monk. Llama gets a pick. The Transcendence comes through, but it's a little late. This could spell the end. A big Reaper ultimate's going to come through, but it might not be enough. Luzi has a pick. 7-11, though, showing up in the kill feed yet again, as he's been doing all day. The big antis have hit, and Brave Monk cleaning up this point for his team as slowly Hellfire starts to fall. They're trying to stall this out, but Winsy is now slept. This could be the end. Here we are, your winners of the OCS Division II tournament. WVU Mountaineers, after going down 3-0, come back out of the losers bracket and take it back from Hellfire. Wow.
What a big revenge story, a big anime arc, a big movie arc, whatever you want to call it. WVU clutches it out after 7 maps in this grand finals, and they get revenge over 4-3 Hellfire, and it's over. WVU takes it all.
And after a stunning regular season, WVU was disappointed to be knocked down early to the losers bracket, but they kept their heads high, fought through, and have taken the tournament from the team that 3-0'd them in the first place. What a stunning game from WVU, and Hellfire, not to mention, played an amazing game. Hawkshaw, hate to put this on you right here and now, but we got to pick an MVP, buddy.
Oh man,
I
dude.
don't know, man.
Oh man, dude.
There's a lot of options, but consistently, all game long, 7-Eleven, man. Sleeps, antes, nanos, it was there all day long, and those antes were gigantic all day and really just swung this fight. My vote maybe would go to 7-Eleven.
Yeah, I have to say 7-Eleven too. Consistent throughout this entire game. An absolute force on this support.
Wow, my heart couldn't take that. I mean, that was such a back and forth game.
Oh my goodness.
MVP 7-Eleven. We're going to try to get him in here for an MVP interview. Wow, everybody. That was such a back and forth story and sort of the Cinderella story of the 3-0 losers bracket team coming back against the team that sent them there in the first place. Hellfire played a great game, but at the end of the day, WVU Mountaineers take the tournament.
Yep. And
wow.
Again, such an amazing story on the side of WVU Mountaineers.
And again, so much credit to Hellfire. I mean, they fought so hard to get there and took it all the way down to the wire. At the end of the day, Mountaineers got the better, but I don't think I could have asked for an even marginally better grand finals. That was so stunning. Both teams came to play, and they should both be very proud of how they played. But right now, we got the MVP. 7-Eleven, man. Those antes were online, especially there on Temple of Anubis. I noticed one where you're in the back corner of the point, you nade, and it just barely catches Mac through the shield, and he actually goes down, really setting some momentum for your team. How did it feel hitting those antes all day long and really helping your team out?
It actually felt really good just to play Ana again. I've been so long.
Nice. Nice.
7-Eleven officially out of jail. Now able to play as on.
Gino Friends now in jail.
So I gotta say, you guys are the winners. You took the finals after getting 3-0'd by Hellfire, sent to the losers bracket. You guys came back and took it all against the team that sent you there. How does it feel, man?
It feels really good, but every map was, I mean, it came down to the game 7. Every map was very close.
Absolutely.
That was stressful.
One thing too, there was a story throughout the whole game on these control maps, right? You guys would find yourself down and manage to come back up until the last one there on Lijiang. We saw it happen twice on the first control, and we saw it happen once on Lijiang. You guys were just able to seemingly use your ult economy and keep your heads high. Despite the enemy team having 99, you guys brought it back both times. It was amazing to watch.
Yeah, I don't know how we managed that, but almost every time we play control, the other team gets 99%. Somehow we bring it back. Doesn't make any sense to any of us, but
it's the adrenaline,
dude. Fighting out of the corner, you guys took the grand finals. I hope you guys are happy. I mean, you guys played amazing. Your whole team, absolutely stunning play. I couldn't think of a team that deserves it more.
Well, thanks.
And any questions, Hawkshaw, before we get 7-Eleven back to celebrate with his team?
I don't think so, but go celebrate with your team. You guys very much earned this win. Congratulations.
Yeah, thanks.
Amazing stuff, you guys. Really, and it was so fun to cast. I mean, I couldn't have asked for a better grand finals. Every player played so well. Thank you guys so much for everything you guys do and the match you put on for us tonight.
Absolutely.
All right, well.
And congratulations to your team as well. Yeah, tell them we said congratulations. You guys should be super happy tonight, I'm sure.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure they heard all of it.
Awesome.
Thanks, everybody, for stopping out. We had a great – oh, sorry. Anything else you want to say? My bad.
Oh, no, sorry. I didn't mean to unmute myself there.
No problem. Thanks, everybody, for stopping out. We had such a great turnout for the finals today. Make sure you guys hit that follow so you can try to be entered in that giveaway. Not sure when we'll be back, but we will be back. Don't count us out. Make sure you hit that follow so you know when we'll be back. Check out 413e.com/shop, 413e.com as well. Check it out. Join the Discord. Buy the merch. Thank you guys for stopping by. Such an amazing stream. Thanks, everybody.
Before we go, just a quick word. First of all, thanks, Jump and Hawk. Congratulations, 7-Eleven. Really, really well done. And I just want to, say a quick word to our viewers. Thank you so much for supporting us today. I really appreciate all of the viewers that are with us today to watch the Grand Finals match and to watch 7-Eleven and the WVU Mountaineers win the Grand Finals for the Overwatch Championship Series of Division 2. But all of this could not be, possible. This entire production could not be possible without the viewers. So I just wanted to take a quick minute and just say thank you so much for joining us today and you know, watching our stream. Thank you for the follows and for all of the support that you guys are giving. We will be back soon. We'll have more information very, very shortly about the tournaments that we will be joining. If you haven't already, go ahead and join us on 413esports.com. Scattered across the entire site, you'll find links to our Discord server, which is where we run our you know, organization from, as well as links to our Twitch, to our merchandise shop. So, you know, by all means, join us. We'd love to have you. If you're on a team, join us. Get your teammates. We, you know, take on entire teams and help them with the organization of basically everything you need to get started with competitive Overwatch. And if you're not on a team, join us. You know, we have open tryouts, like Jumpenny and Hawkshaw said earlier, every single Sunday at 8 p.m. EST. You'll join the academy and you'll be on a competitive team playing in a tournament casted and produced by 413 Esports, just like today's, within no time. So thank you, everyone. Thank you very much, and we'll see you soon.
Bye-bye. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you. Thank you.
Hold me close till I get up. Time is barely on our side. I don't wanna waste what's left. The storms we chase are leading us, and love is all we'll ever trust. Yeah, no, I don't wanna waste what's left. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, till my shadow turns to sun.